I'd like to start off by praising God and also giving a shout out to our sponsors. We would first like to thank the Ramirez family for being our biggest sponsor and helping us continue to give us the information, motivation, education that we need in our community. Next, we would like to thank SoCal Tattoo out of Tarzana, California. SoCal Tattoos, where all your tattoo needs will be met. Go out there and check them out and let them know AC sent you. And last but definitely not least, Rockstar Plumbing Company out of Chatsworth, California. You can reach them at 818-814-3044 for all your plumbing needs. And now, without further ado, let the show begin. We are live in effect. Shout out to RRT Media. He's one of the guys that we're getting the feed from over here. Somebody told me yesterday, don't need some more today. So this is a special American Cholo podcast, or just stream, I guess would be the word to say. Unless you've been hiding under a rock, you haven't seen what's going on out here in Los Angeles. The protests, the ICE, what's the name? What they call in? Not the Marines, but the
National Guard.
National Guard. There you go. National Guards are out there. They've been called out by the Trumper himself, and it's going wild, man. It's going wild. Why am I not there? Because I'll probably get into a fight, bro. Right now, pressure is all up. Last thing I need is somebody saying, it's your fault, it's your this. No, seriously, that's what's going on out there right now, bro. It's a lot of this. It's a lot of mayhem. And I understand people's frustration. I understand how angry people are. But I think at the end, this is going to definitely, especially with the administration, this is going to be a little bit of a counterproductive. Because if you look at a lot of the comment section in certain places, and I'm not saying just follow the comment section, but that shows you kind of, what's the narrative is and what people are feeling. And you'll probably see it here as well. You see a lot of people that are saying that, they themselves voted for this. This is what we wanted. This is what we got. And then you're going to have people saying, look, man, this is what we want. Look what they're disrupting. They're closing off the freeway. I get it, bro. Like I said, I get it. But that's the one I see a lot right there, Shorty. And I want you to talk to me about that, Shorty. Proud of the countries they don't want to go back to. Make that make sense.
I get what you're saying, but you got to
speak into the mic, Short Dog.
These guys are young. They're not even the real people that are getting deported. Yeah. And they're putting their voice out there for our people that are being deported. Facts. But again, you're right. They're going the wrong way.
Look at this, bro.
I mean, disrupting the freeway, that's not the way to go.
You know how many people there are not going to be like, fuck these guys? Straight up.
A lot. Everybody.
Yeah. Like, the point, this is what I'm trying to make them understand, but they're, well, if you a killer, then burn the bitch down. Just do it. Yeah. Get over it. Stop with the bullshit. Stop what you in. If you that, then burn the bitch down. And if not, fight it the right way, homie. And the right way is not to block the freeways. Yeah, go to City Hall. Let's say when you're walking down one route of a street, take only the 2 lanes over here. That way 2 cars can go this way. Have somebody out there in front telling people, hey, you guys come this way. That way you show you're not disrupting.
And that's peace.
Peaceful protest.
Thank you.
Yeah, and right now what they're doing is,
You're disrupting me going to my mom's house, you going to your mom's house.
Yes, Gonzalez, this is happening right now. I heard somebody hit me up on IG and they sent me a message. As a matter of fact, if you guys want to send me some IG messages for me to read, I will read them. But here, this is I have my new glasses, Short Dog. You know what? ¿Cómo te gustan, güey?
You look sexy.
Quiero que sepas, güey.
You almost look like me.
Almost, fool, almost. Maybe a couple more tall boys I look like. Hold on, fool, so check it out. No, not that one. Oh, it was a gentleman that told me that in Arizona there is no feed of this right now in the news.
Really?
Yeah, he just hit me up. He's like, hey, dude, what's going on? He's like, there is no feed. The only feed I'm getting out of Arizona is through YouTube. But the news over there is not even covering it at all. Yeah, so they're blocking the 101 traffic. What's wrong with our comments here to read? Nothing, Driller Joe, nothing, homeboy, nothing. But sometimes it gets crazy. That way, everybody can get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, homeboy. But all right, Chris. Chris, if you just had a nice drive over to Norwalk, how would you feel if you're on your way there to Norwalk, you got stuck in this for an hour and a half?
Oh man, that would suck. I'm glad that because I was around that area all day. My last drop off was doing Uber was downtown, and when we were going down in Norwalk, there were National Guard, like the troop transport
Yes.
vehicles that were all headed down, and they had guys with the
Big helmets.
military suits, the helmets, and all that.
All
like
geared
they were
up,
going to
right?
war. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're actually they are war. And listen, I like that. What in reality, what are we doing right there? Like they're going in front of the cops, they're going in front of these guys, and yo, F you, you damn pig. And I think it's just them getting the anger out,
Yeah.
the frustration. But is it voices need to be heard? Yeah, for sure, Notorious. I think voices need to be heard. But one thing is to be heard and communicate. Another thing is just to scream and not really express your message. Because right now, I think everybody's kind of living in a bubble, bro. The people who are, for immigration to deport, for this guy to do everything, take everybody. They don't care if they go to work sites. They don't care if this is what I wanted. And the people that don't want any kind of ICE, and there's nobody in between really having a conversation, because the right wing guys I was watching both this morning. I'm watching Fox and I'm watching CNN. Of course, CNN's reporting it. This is what's going on. The peaceful protesters. Fox over here. Look at this. This is exactly why people want them out of the country. They're over here burning stuff up. They're over here. So, and there's not one single person yet that is out there with this crowd that they should have a speech ready for this crowd to be like, listen, deport the criminals, deport the child molesters, deport this. Don't deport people working at the field. Don't deport people working in construction. Don't deport, like, have a message. So, because I think what we really want is we want that message to go all the way to the top. And the top is fucking Trump. And he's not hearing that right now from his people. He's hearing, oh, yeah, they're saying F ICE, abolish ICE. They're saying F the police. And this was like, what? This is not happening on my watch. There's no BLM going to happen on my watch. That's what's going on. So I think there's the lack of communication on both sides. Do I believe most of those cops are evil people and those National Guards? No, bro, they're just following orders, homie. They're just, you want them to stop doing that? You want them to lose their job? You want them to not have any food? Are you guys going to pay for their families once they lose their jobs? Está cabrón, way. Check that out.
No, but what they're doing it the wrong way. Just because they're Hispanic and they're out there outside Home Depot. He's trying to do that shit from 1940s, where if you were Hispanic looking, they were throwing in that train and sending you to Mexico.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Get out of here.
See, güey, eso está culero, güey. That's what we need to express. That's what needs to be told.
And that's what has to be, exactly, told. Because that's what they're doing. They're not coming here with, like, where's the paperwork you got on these cats that you're picking up?
Yeah, these people are pissed. Look, they're driving over there. Eventually, one of these fools is going to get ran over. You can see the people are pissed. They're moving over there like, yeah, let them go through, player. Let them go through. But you know what also is, to me, if this was done correctly, you would have all the other crowds coming. You would have the Armenian community coming out here. You would have the Asian community coming out here. You would have all, because the reason you see, like, when they think ICE and they think illegals, they think Mexicans because it's the largest population of just immigrants in this country. But it doesn't represent also how many illegals there are just around the world, according to this administration. This administration has made it where just crossing in here now, all of a sudden, it's like como si robaste tres viejitas and you pistol whip two of them, bro. Like, come on, homie. That's not what this is, man. They cross the border, they get in here. They're doing, like, somebody, right now I'm getting it from both sides. I'm getting it from the sides of, you voted for this, Gil? No, I did not vote for this. I voted for a closed border. I voted for the bitch asses to stop. I voted for safer streets. That's what I voted for. I didn't vote for construction workers get raided. Fool, I am a construction worker. I was supposed to forget. Yo trabajo con puro pinche compas, güey. No sean pendejos. A lot of people talk like they have no clue, bro. You know what I mean? But I'm getting it from that side, and I'm getting it from the right wing side. Oh, you're switching. I said, nah, homie. Listen to every time I ever spoke. I spoke the same way. I said, he will lose the vote, the Latino vote, if he starts going after just regular people, and that's what they're doing right now. But this is adding fuel to their fire. This is getting their base. Look at this, bro.
Come on, look. Speaks for itself. You don't have to say anything.
Baby Science says they're not trying to hear that. This will force them to make time to listen. Nah, I think you're mistaken, bro. I think you're very sadly mistaken. I think that's the young. I don't know if you're that young, but that's the young in these people. They're not gonna listen to you. They're using this and you're gonna see it. Put Fox News on, put on some right-wing YouTubers. You're gonna see it. I watch them both, bro, and I live in both worlds. That's the difference. Those guys are watching this and saying, look at these criminals, look at them. If they love that flag so much, why don't they go back to their country? This takes empathy away from them because they think, they put themselves in the position of the people in the back of those cars and say, why in the hell do I gotta do this? But the National Guard arrival will escalate these events. I believe it will, and I believe it's somewhat calculated. It's somewhat calculated to escalate it because then it's more of a reason to say,
justify it.
To justify it, bro. And the playbook is all there, and I'm looking at these, and I'm like, wow. But these guys are just going out of emotion. At least these kids look like they're actually protesting. The other one over there was this, bro. This is the protest. Everybody. This is the protest to let everybody know I came and I got my picture. Let me get my sexy picture over here. Like this is the majority. Come on, bro. Do you think they're gonna listen?
Let me get my 5 minutes of fame.
Yeah, that's all it is. Gil, but we can't just sit around and let them take our people. No, absolutely not, bro. Absolutely not. But can you honestly tell me that this has stopped them from taking anybody?
Nope.
No, bro, this is giving them more incentive. This is what's going to happen is this street goes haywire tonight. They're going to start arresting people. They're going to start taking people in. As they're taking people in, hey, look, I got illegal. Vámonos. Hey, look, I got illegal. Vámonos. Yeah. And you gave me probable cause for me to take you.
Yeah.
It's easy. I mean, the playbook's there, bro. The playbook's there.
But they engaged to it. They could have stayed away.
They what?
They could have stayed away and not gone.
No, I think they should go. That's perfect. I think they should go, rally the troops up, go to the city hall, do the marches. But this is what's gonna play out. And they didn't learn anything from the last time. This is not giving you the attention that you want. I hate to break the news to anybody out here. I get it, Notorious, but this is not. They feel like they're doing something good. They are doing something, but is it productive or is it counterproductive? That's taking it backwards, fool. All these people right there may even have sympathy for you. Now they're saying, F these guys, bro. I'm trying to get to work. I'm trying to go to grandma's house. I got somewhere to go, bro. You know, just like you have issues, I got issues too. But you know what? Let's take some phone calls, Chris, and hear what people are here. And I've noticed not many people have been taking phone calls on this thing, and I want to take some phone calls. And don't give me no bullshit phone calls, man. Let's make some real phone calls about this situation. Don't start asking me about fucking Lefty Gunplay or somebody, bro. Let's talk about this thing at hand. They've been studying these groups, Gil. They know exactly how to set these types off. Yeah, this is just, you know. Gonzalez, 99 super chat, appreciate you. Abran los ojos, raza. Háganlo cosas bien. Saludos, Cholo from San Diego. Hey, appreciate you, brother. Yeah, this is not good, bro. This is not good. City Hall one was perfect. I saw they were getting real. Yeah, that is making noise, and then have a platform where everybody gets a chance to speak. Have these guys come in there, have some real speakers, and then one of those speakers make it recognized by the administration. Because at the bottom line, what you have to do here is you got to get to the main guy. It's like me talking shit about some major movie star, bro. I can do it all day long. I'm not even gonna listen, bro. Who's this fucking guy? Who's this peon, bro? Right? Who's this? And me start banging on Brad Pitt. You think Brad Pitt's gonna answer me, fool? You think Brad Pitt's gonna answer me? Hey, it won't even make a dent in his radar, bro. It would have to be where you get bigger and bigger, and then you start making noise. So eventually somebody says, "Hey, Brad, I think they have a message for you." Like Trump, I think they have a message for you. The message is, we're okay with deporting criminals, bro. We're okay but you've said coming in, you're gonna get the criminals, and now you guys just overplaying your card. That's not what we're okay with. And let's have a conversation. You have a conversation with the blacks. You have a conversation with the whites. You have a conversation with the Jews. You have a conversation with Ukrainians. You have a conversation with Russians. You have conversations with everybody except the Latino community. Yeah. Think about it, bro. Except the Latino community, bro. Everybody's worried about the LGBTQ rights. Israel, we have to go visit this. But us? Nah, bro. But we're going to continue to do this because it's hard for us to even agree on this. Like, I don't agree on that. You know, the young people might, but I don't think so, man.
I don't know if you hear the president from Mexico, Claudia, but she spoke on what's going on right now. And,
right.
She's like, you know what? My people, You're welcome with open arms. You come over here, we're gonna take care of you.
Oh, yeah, but that's all puro pedo también.
Yeah, well,
It's-
but you know what I'm saying? At least they have a comfort of,
It sounds good for the clip. Y ya cuando viene la calle, que les vaya bien. Hotline. Caller.
What's going on, Jafar from Brooklyn, New York?
What's up, my man from Brooklyn, man? Let's talk, man. What you think is going on over here, man?
I don't know, man. I think you know what? I'm gonna put a little blame on you for this.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Well, I'm just playing with you, but in all seriousness, I want to say, like, I think you kind of seen this coming for a while, and I think you should have done a little bit more and just like schooling your people. Because this is my opinion, from a political standpoint, when I watch California stuff, you seem the most. Doesn't mean I agree with you on everything. Doesn't even mean you know everything, but it just seems like you're more politically inclined more than a lot of your own people out there. Now, do I think this is going to help them? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's not going to help them. In fact, I've said this. I think I've said this to you before.
Right.
What is going to do? You got so many different immigrant groups over here. Like, I'm in New York, and I'm gonna tell you something. When I look at that census stuff, I personally don't believe all of it. Listen, there's so many Africans and white immigrants here. They're not even messing with them. So
right.
by these people always waving these flags and stuff like that, they're just putting the bullseye on them.
Facts, brother.
And
Facts.
And this administration, listen, let's backtrack. In 2020, when they had them riots, the political climate was different back then. The Democrats had a lot more power.
Mm-hmm.
COVID came. Trump was on his way out of office. Part of his administration, he still had people in his administration undermining him. His administration right now, he got everybody on board outside of Elon Musk. And listen, these Republicans, man, my grandfather, man, he's still alive. He said, listen, man, they dealing with these Republicans. He said, my grandfather, 92, from North Carolina. He said, listen, man, he said, these people dealing with these type of Republicans, well, back then it was Democrats.
Right.
You know that, like,
yes.
The parties are switched. He said, yo, they want some smoke. They, like, this administration, they want some smoke. They want a reason to go after the cartels on a military standpoint. They want to deport everybody who, whether it's justifiable or not. So this doesn't help the cause or not. Like this doesn't help the people cause. It really don't, man. How you help a cause is you voting right, and then too. Here's the thing. Like this gonna sound crazy, and I don't want to be too long-winded. The administration should have an incentive program to, like, listen. If there's, because listen, they're saying they're looking for criminals. So if they're looking for criminals, why don't the people say, yo, go to your Democrat leaders and say, yo, let them have access to the criminals.
Facts,
yeah,
bro.
So listen, by the time they're hunting down these criminals, listen, they're not looking at you and say, hey, listen, they actually have a program. Okay, listen, you pay $100. That way the states could generate some money. All undocumented or people whose status is not correct, you pay $100. You get a certain type of ID that'll generate money. We won't bother you. We're going after the criminals, and then once we're satisfied with all of them, because there's a lot of criminals, a lot of investigation, drug dealers. Then we'll start. The people.
No, but I think, but by the time they get in there and have that conversation, and they would sit there and say, "Yeah, you can go after all these criminals, bro. But leave the people that are working alone. If that guy broke a law, this and that, go to his house when it's time. When did we start going to job sites just nilly willy without knowing who's illegal or not? Why don't you go to go to some Israeli type places? I'm sure there's some illegals in there, but they won't, bro. They're only
Absolutely.
going.
I mean, listen. It's like I told you. Listen, I'm in New York. And when you look up certain, it say, okay, estimated, listen, I'm in New York, like, and I seen a study from Yale. They said actually 31% of the legal immigrants that came into the United States, only, remember, the pie is 100%. 31% came from Mexico. The other 69% came from the rest of the places of the world. Like, I'm in New York. I don't care what, because I looked up, they said listen, there are so many white and African immigrants here.
Yeah.
Listen, they don't bother them. No, they don't. They don't bother. Listen, they don't bother white. Listen, I only see them go after Latinos, and they will pick up a damn Asian. They've been going after them Asians.
Well, they've been going after some Asians over here. They caught a few. They went to a couple casino places and all that. But yeah, like you're saying, with this, you don't see any other flags for the most part. So that all it does is put a nice X and say, look, these are the people we want out of this country. And I think this gives fuel to that cause, unfortunately.
You know, listen, this administration, Trump, this administration, they're not going to tolerate. I'm telling you, they're not going to fold.
Yeah, they're not going to fold to public pressure like that.
If it get worse, I could see them what they want to do. And listen, this gonna, and I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna hang up. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this: if they put martial law in, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a bad thing or a good thing because I don't break the law. So right. I'm saying like this. This administration wants to do martial law, and listen, I think if they keep up with this, Trump gonna say, listen, we're gonna really show them
the power
with this military.
Yeah.
We're gonna show them what this is about, and all it's gonna do is people that's hiding from being detained. It's gonna be easier to scoop them up. You know, a lot of people out there got grandmothers, uncles, brothers, little kids. They're making it worse for their people, man. I'm sorry, man.
For sure.
But that's all I got to say.
Hey,
I always try to check.
Great phone call, brother. Appreciate you, my man.
All right, peace.
That's right. Smiley Eastos, that's a good phone call.
Yeah, it was.
And as from the brother, he's giving you a good insight.
Good, yeah.
He's giving you a good insight. And that's what I'm saying. A lot of us, we're in this echo chamber, bro. We only hear what other people think about us. Yeah, Glenn through, but hold on a second. Smiley Eastlos, 999 Super Chat. Appreciate you. Working people are not criminals. Don't arrest those earning an honest living. Criminals are the ones not earning a decent living and nowhere near a job site. Absolutely, bro. That's exactly the way I feel. Hotline, what you got?
Question for you, bro. My name is Michael Diaz, calling from Arizona.
What's up, Michael Diaz from Arizona?
Check it out. How come all of a sudden no one's talking about the Epstein and Trumpa thing going on?
Because we're talking about the rights.
Okay, well, exactly. But where are all these illegal women and children going? Where later they're not going to be talented. There are going to be families coming up. Or, well, where's my parent? Where's my mom? Where's my sister? We have the indigenous people right now that are already going through that, bro. So all this is just gaslighting that so they can cover that up and not pay attention to, well, Trumpa was already involved in this. It came out with his baby girl fucking Elon telling him, hey, yeah, he is part of it.
So then you're saying these guys fell for the okie doke then, because everybody out there then fell for the okie doke. The other one's making all this noise is taking away the.
Most definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely, we are falling. Everyone's falling for doing this shit right here.
Yeah.
And excuse my language, sorry about that, but all it is right now again is what a coincidence. All this is going to get cracking across the whole United States.
Yeah.
It ain't going to just be right now it's in Los Angeles, but again, it's going to come back to, well, where are these women and children? How many of them have not already come up missing? We don't know about it.
Well, missing from where? From immigration? Or just missing
from
in general?
From not only in general, but now this is going to add to that. You're going to add to now all these women and children, and not only them, men as well, but being deported to other countries, and then what?
Yeah.
Well, where did they go? Well, we don't know anymore.
Especially if they do a martial law, then all constitution rights are suspended, bro. Straight
right
up.
now in Arizona, but we're not even getting no news.
That's what I was hearing, bro. That's crazy.
News.
That's crazy, huh?
I watch the news every Sunday. You
know what it is?
News.
They don't want it out there because they don't want the message to spread. They don't want this thing to spread. That's why they don't want to put it on the news.
It's gonna go through the internet anyways.
Yeah, but we gotta focus on our women and children out there gonna come up missing all of a sudden. And he got tight for all this.
Hey, brother, I appreciate the phone call, homeboy.
God bless.
Yeah, God bless. Gracias. Yeah, dude, going to Home Depot for these are the criminals you're looking for. No mames, way. No mames.
This guy just wants fame. He just wants fame. He says, I was gonna do this, I was gonna do that, but he's just hurting everything. Everything he touches, he hurts.
Well, I think with this, yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Hotline.
How you doing, Gil? This is George out in the Heights.
What's up, George? Talk to us, my man.
Good, and I hope you're doing well. Really enjoy your channel. Glad you're finally approaching 90,000+ subs. Hope you get to well over 100.
Appreciate you, my man.
But look at what is going on with these ICE raids. I think it's wrong. Look at if there's criminals, serious criminals, okay, maybe. But these folks that are here in this country that have come over that border legally, illegally, and are working families, they need to leave them the hell alone.
Facts.
The failure on the U.S. government, how they came over, it's too late. Let them work and leave the rest of the folks alone. This is all unnecessary.
100% agree. 100% agree with that, brother. 100% agree. And I think that's the message that Trump needs to get from our people. He knows
exactly. Exactly. Look, born and raised in this country, going on 65 years old, I will stand up for anybody that has come over here, again, legally or illegally, but they're working and contributing.
Absolutely.
Leave them the hell alone. Leave them alone.
For sure. Appreciate the call, my man. Love the passion.
Take care, Gil. Great show. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, and I truly believe that the majority of Americans feel like that. There's some that know. There's always, and that's the difference between us. We need to become adults, bro, as a whole collective, right? Because a lot of times somos niños, way. Because we'll be like, if that 20% doesn't agree with them, F them, they're fucking racist. No, they just have their own opinion. And their opinion is everybody should be here legally. That's America. America, that's the opinion, bro. That's the opinion.
Hey, everybody got here illegally.
Yeah, somehow, some way.
Italians.
In the last generation, yes.
Come on. Get out of here.
Hotline.
What's going on with it, man? How you doing, American Cholo?
Who's this? Where you calling from?
This Ricky calling from the LB. I got two things I want. All right, let me know when I'm ready. I'm ready. You ready?
Let's do it, yeah.
All right. I got two things I want to say. One thing I want to say is everybody, I understand the ICE raid, immigration coming to Home Depot and things. That's wrong or whatever the case may be. But we got to quit acting like everybody's just innocent. Even hard workers do bad things after they get off work. So we have to quit doing that. And the reason why I think that they're coming to Home Depot is because, let's just keep it real, bro. Like, ain't nobody turning themselves in. And the people that are turning themselves in and go check on their visa, they haven't checked on those visas. They haven't been back to those visas checkups since the 90s, bro. There's been people out here that's been out here 30, 40 years and ain't seen a court date since then, man. And now they're trying to go at the last minute. Of course you're going to get hemmed up.
Well,
I'm not trying to be
I think it's because that was just the unwritten law, right? People stayed here, they ran their visas. It would almost be like going into the hood right now. It'll be like almost like going into the hood right now. And you know how you go to the hood, you put your beer in a brown bag. Everybody knows if you're chilling at the park or in a cup, everybody knows, including the cops, that there's beer in there. But as long as you're not acting a fool, but now all of a sudden you have a new sheriff in there, he's arresting everybody, giving tickets. Like, wait a minute, dude, this was the unwritten law.
I feel you though, bro, but that you can't really compare. This is a personal, individual responsibility.
Right.
I mean, I have family that came from Jamaica. Like, I'm not saying as a collective. And I think that's the reason why they're at Home Depot. Like, it's like basically like saying like, well, fuck it. If nobody don't want to test up to the, if we're gonna look at it like on some gang shit, like, yo, y'all don't want to tell us who did it, we'll go over there and get at everybody. Then. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. I'm not. And you know what? And the reason, I'm gonna be real with you, American Cholo.
That's real.
I called you before. I called you before a couple months ago. We was talking about this and shit, but yeah, it's just basically like that. But
how about
I think that, and one thing, hold on. Let me say one more thing because I don't want to hold up your time, bro.
Ahead, yeah.
And another thing too, I need my Latino men to step up. Shout out to my Latino women on the front ground. You know what I'm saying? They may be feminists, they may be liberal, but they out there with children, bro. I'm seeing kids and I'm seeing and women out there, bro. We need our men to step up. Well, y'all need y'all men to kind of step up, bro. And like, you know, y'all need some leaders, bro. Y'all need some Malcolm X's and some Martin, some direction. That's what y'all need. Y'all need some leaders straight up and down, bro. Like,
facts,
so y'all can have some kind of direction, and that's it. And but because the chaos ain't gonna do nothing but just make it look even worse, bro. I'm just keeping it funky. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, fight on, bro. Fight on. But other than that, man, you already know, and I'm out, man.
Shout out to Long Beach, homeboy. That's right.
That's right.
Let's see. We had a super chat up there real quick. What we got? Fish Layer, SoCal, 1999 super chat. Appreciate you. I think all blue collar workers should not show up to work for a good while so their impact can express itself. It's some BS going on after this working class. No, that's what I've been saying. I'm pushing for 2 weeks off, maybe at least a week, bro. Nobody show up for work, like straight up. Una semana, way. That'll show you where we're at. That's our power. That's our power. Hotline.
Basie.
What's going on, homeboy? Talk to us.
Not much, man. I just want to say it's fucked up, whatever. Like, with whatever's going on right now, man, it kind of sucks. War ain't pretty, but it's necessary at this point, man. The people gotta, they gotta make it. They gotta take a stand, man.
No, I definitely get the frustration, and it does suck to see, hardworking people, and you got job sites that it's just holly over there. You got 100 people getting picked up. They're going to this place now. They go to the depot now. They're going to restaurants. Like, bro, it's I get going to the county. I get using your resources, but it's almost like they just want to make the quota high for this month, so they could say, look how many we got this month. And these aren't real criminals, bro. If you're like a felon in robberies and all, yeah, for sure, que se los llevan los güeyes, pero for somebody who just came here illegally and you're going to sit there and uproot them and take them away from their whole family and maybe take them away out of the country, that's crazy.
Yes, sir, man. It's bad out here, man.
Yeah.
When
it's necessary, man. It's necessary. Yeah, people are just working, trying to make a living. This dude's coming in here just,
For sure.
taking them. It sucks, man.
I appreciate you, player.
You too, man. Have a good day.
You too, brother. Late. Yeah, see, like that's fine. Get your money. Close the streets off. The freeways. Don't close the freeways, bro.
Nah, that's where you mess up.
Incoming voice call from plus.
Hotline.
Brother.
Who's this? Where you calling from?
Dude, I'm calling from Bakersfield, California, but I also live in Koreatown.
Okay.
So I go back and forth from Bakersfield to Koreatown. So yeah, no, I'm calling in, brother, because like the last guy was saying, I understand where he's coming from, but as Raza, right? Sometimes you're as a different ethnicity, different group, you're from the outside looking in, even though you're people who've been oppressed or whatnot. But the problem is that a lot of immigrants, whether they be Hispanic or whatever you like to label our people as or other people as, is that they've been innocuous for so long, right? They hide in the shadows, right? And so now when they're getting detained and they're getting took from their job sites, they're like, hey, we have no other choice but to uprise, right? Because they don't know a lot of times what else to do, right?
Right.
And like he was saying, you need a leader, okay? So did BLM, and we see what happened with that, right?
Right.
Everything corrupts from within. So it's easy to say what we should do, what we need to do, but when you're actually in the midst of things, right, then you see where you lie at, right?
Correct.
And so taking people from Home Depot, that's low hanging fruit. We know, okay, where are we gonna go get them at? Let's go to Home Depot where they're working, where they're trying to find work, right?
Right.
No, it needs to be from within. But the administrator don't want to do that. The Trump administration wants to separate, divide, and conquer. And what's going to happen is not just illegals. It's gonna bleed over to everybody. He's gonna have us in a martial law, and it's gonna be a dictatorship eventually, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
what he's trying to do.
I don't think it'll go that far, but the martial law, I could see that coming in here, depending on where tonight goes and what happens.
Yeah, and then America was built on. We're a melting pot, bro. We were built on immigration. We were built on immigration.
Absolutely.
That's where our country. Yeah, we've always been that from Chinos to us to everybody, bro. So now, oh, you know what?
To me, it's the way you convey the message, bro. In other words,
Exactly.
what's happening right now is we're trying to negotiate, but we're not negotiating. We're trying to fight craziness with more craziness, and that fool's crazy, and that fool's got more power.
Oh, he's on that.
Right. So the thing is this: you have to convey that message, but in a way they can understand it. Listen, man, your kinfolk all came here illegally as well. They came here not looking, even though they did, like everybody else who's gone to other places, raped, killed, and pillaged. But most of the people came to this country to look for a better life, and that's exactly what our people are doing right now. And if some of them are breaking, if some of them are breaking the law, then albeit deport them. But the ones that are not breaking the law, you need to leave them in here. That's the message. But the message right now is this is stolen land. This is my flag. Like it goes back to that, bro. And that falls on deaf ears on the other side. They don't hear that.
No, 100%.
He gave his in-laws.
And you guys know too that.
Go ahead.
And you guys know too. Everybody's been oppressed, right? The country started because why? They left an oppressor, right? They left Europe because they were being oppressed. So they said, you know what? We're gonna be here, and every time in anything, right? From street culture to whatever, all the time when you're the oppressor becomes the oppressed becomes the oppressor, and that's what happens. No matter what you do in life, right? So we have to figure a way to come together, Democrat and Republican, and on that level, need to figure a way to come out because America's gonna fall from within, bro, and we're gonna be United States of China by next week.
Hey, I appreciate the phone call, fool.
All right, bro.
This is the Chino Cholo coming live to you. Instead of the American Cholo, I'll be the Chino Cholo.
That'd be a good one.
Armando Avila, 499 Super Chat, appreciate that. Voted for this administration, but does not mean I agree with everything he's doing. I'm not okay with this. Shout out to LA. Same here, bro. But see, this is how we get divided because it's your fault. No, maybe you should have voted. You know, and it's funny how the same people that say voting don't count, voting counts, bro. This will show you.
It really does.
Hotline. Which for the privates, they're killers.
And all, Mo.
What's going on?
Rogelio in the house, brother.
What's up, Rogelio?
Rogelio in the house, bro. I had to call you blocked because I knew you blocked me.
I did not block you, fool. I didn't block you, Rogelio. I don't block you, fool.
No, you blocked me anyway.
Roger. No, I don't block Roger. Go ahead,
Yes,
Roger.
Big Roger, bro. Listen,
Roger.
don't sit back.
Hey, see, you know it's powerful. You know this shit's powerful when Roger's back, bro. This is huge. Anybody who knows Roger's a long-time caller, you get upset at me. I'm sorry, Roger. I apologize to you. But I'm glad you're calling right now, bro. What you got, Roger?
Well, the only thing, so I'm looking at your live stream right now. This is the thing that kind of bothers me. I see a lot of Mexican flags, upside down American flags. So to me, this becomes like an identity problem. So these people, they have an identity problem. They don't know what to be. They don't know whether to be Mexican. They don't know whether to be American. And it seems like for some reason, they're more loyal to their national flag of Mexico. So that to me, I mean, it's no good, bro. I feel no sympathy for them.
Thank you.
And I think that it also, you know, you got to remember, all Hispanics are not the same. We have subsects. Not everybody identifies with the Mexican flag, bro. I mean, I'm sorry to tell you. And I think that, you know, you have a subset of people that do. And it's pretty, you need to change that.
This is a perfect example of why I tell people they're in a bubble, bro, because you're not in part of their bubble. So you're sitting here telling them exactly what I was trying to tell them, that other people will see this and they will have no empathy for your cause. And you're that person and you're calling in. And this had to move you some way for you to call in, Roger, because let them know, bro, this is not the way to gain the sympathy from people like you or anybody else who's on the fence on the whole situation.
Well, I mean, you know, they might, I don't know. You're not getting sympathy from me, and you're not getting sympathy from 50% of the people, you know. So, I mean, keep doing it to your own detriment. I mean, you're just kicking yourself in the foot.
Yeah,
it's
bro.
similar to me. This is similar to BLM.
Right.
You know, when BLM goes out there and they start protesting, and not all blacks identify with BLM.
Right.
I'll tell you that.
But
So,
it gave people on the other side. All this, to me personally, all this does is give fuel to the other side to say, you see, that's why they shouldn't be here. You see?
Well, not only that,
they're loyal to another country. No, that's what they do, bro.
And absolutely, you identify with the foreign flag. And here's the other thing too. You know, this was instigated also by the Democrat Party, the same Democrat Party that denied your 67 cents that we're going to make the gas cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. You guys have no vote in that. You guys couldn't even vote to keep your gas prices down, but they don't care. They're instigating Trump for doing his job, and now they're making you guys do all the legwork. And making yourself look bad in the process.
The thing also, Roger, that people don't understand, they're like, yo, why don't you I've been talking about this since I got on YouTube, bro. I've been talking immigration since I got on YouTube. This is something that has been brewing for well over 30 years. And both Democrats have had the thing, and both Republicans, and nobody's done anything about it. That's why we're here now, because somebody's finally doing something about it, but it's not what we wanted as a people, you know? But
yeah, and one more thing before I go.
Yeah, go ahead, Roger.
Hey, listen, bro. One thing before I go to all the LA Chicano cloud out there. All you guys, all you editors, why don't you drive your grandma to the immigration office and be like, Grandma, why you been here 30 years and not getting your papers? Drive her to the migración. Drive her there.
That's a good one.
Take a bus.
That's a good one.
Bye.
Right.
Bye,
Hold on,
Roger.
I'm out of here.
That's a good one.
We haven't heard of Roger in a long time, Chris. Long time.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Tell him he ain't blocked, bro. If I just say you're blocked, you ain't blocked, right? We don't block people. Hotline. Hello.
Food on house in the house, homie.
What's up, man? How is you out there with your rig, homie?
Special fucking announcement, homie. Spence that girl, but fuck Trump, dog. Straight up.
What happened? Was
he pulled the wool over everybody's eyes.
Who, Trompito?
Hold on. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, Trompito fucking he
did, bro. He fucking pulled everybody. What are them Line X fucking what's them fools called? Them Lexit ass fools? What are they called?
What's that?
Lexic movement, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Lexit.
Yeah, where them fools at now?
Oh, some of them.
You got Trompito light everybody, bro. Hey, all that out there needs to burn that whole bitch down, bro. Fuck them. That's the way I feel.
One of the two they gotta do, bro. Either they gotta do it correctly, or if you're gonna do it incorrectly, you might as well go all the way. Jeez.
Fuck it. They got all the unhoused involved too. Fuck it.
Yeah,
As long as they don't burn the tents down.
Mike's sitting at home watching TV, bro. I don't believe this shit. This was talking all that shit. He at home drinking a beer, bro.
Hey, I'm stuck at the pad watching the kids,
What's going on? I'm watching the kids today, bro.
Hey, we're gonna keep it real. I gotta keep it real.
That's right on. Hey, he's keeping it real.
All right, Mike. I'll talk to you later, fool.
All right, big dog.
That's only because I had to fucking out him real quick, bro. I know my audience, bro. I know my audience. Yeah, come on,
Pretty much.
Hey, fool, we're gonna go bang. Oh no, I got the kids today. Fool.
I got popcorn.
Yeah. Popcorn's in the microwave already. Shit. Hotline. Hello.
What's going on? Mario from Sacra.
What's up, Mario from Sacra? Talk to us. Homie, what's your opinion on all the stuff's going on in LA right now?
The people are finally speaking up, man. I mean, the backbone of Los Angeles is finally raising up. Everything should be done the right way, but they're taking the right way away. They want things done the right way to give us a pass. You want that pass, then lay down. There is no pass. That last caller that said, drive your little abuelita down the office. For what? So she can get deported, honey? It doesn't matter how long you've been here. There is no pass.
Yeah, that's
there
the
is
problem
no
right now.
pass to take.
That is the problem right now.
What's the pass?
People who are doing the right thing are still getting taken in, which is kind of crazy, bro.
There is no pass. And then let's just be honest right now. There's only two people getting targeted right now. It's just the Mexicans and the Haitians. Let's be honest right now. All the Armenians aren't going to get targeted. All the Russians aren't going to get targeted, which is great. God bless. But let's just be honest. Right now, they're showing.
Well, they raised some
and they're gonna
Italians. They raised some small ones, but I think their numbers are so small that it doesn't make a bleep in the radar, bro. That's the thing. Their numbers are so small, but definitely it's the Latino communities that are getting raided. Like the ones that were in Richmond, all that. A lot of those are Central Americans. Most of the framers nowadays are Central Americans, bro. People don't know that.
I haven't seen no Jewish people get.
They're easy to target to point out.
Jewish people get targeted?
No, the Judíos, they got power, brother.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have the money to buy.
They got money, bro. They got the $5 million to get that gold card.
No Jewish people get targeted.
But I mean, like I said, if you want to see both sides, go to some conservative pages and watch it. And they're having a completely different conversation than we're having. They're having a conversation of, look at them, they're criminals. Look, their conversation is this. Their talking points is they want gang members to be freed over here. They want lawbreakers to stay over here, and it's completely wrong. I mean, but a message needs to be heard, and right now.
I mean, if you make a mistake, you break the law. You're out here being a piece of crap. You definitely deserve, to pay the consequences. But those people that are working hard, they're trying to pay the bills. They're doing exactly what the American dream says it is. And then the consequences are kind of a little bit hard.
Yeah, you're giving people a life sentence for petty crime, bro, and that's crazy. Yeah. All right, my man. Appreciate the phone call.
God bless.
God bless. Thank you. Come here legally. Requirements are too much. Yeah, it's hard. I heard Roger went to Russia to fight in the war. he just came back, huh, Chris? Shit, Roger, the fool that called. That fool, a daily, every time he would call him, but he got pissed off at me one time, bro. And fuck you, I'm there.
Really?
Yeah, hotline. Who's this? Where you calling from?
My name is Rancho from Van Nuys. Let me tell you something. It's a distraction because, yes, it's true. They could have gone directly. And if you go to the Twitter, Department of Homeland Security, they're putting pictures of the people they arrested. But what Donald Trump did was called a distraction because they could have done they could have gotten these criminals with a precise attack. But instead, they did a dragnet. Because you know how Donald Trump and Elon Musk are feuding.
Yes.
Calling themselves. And this is what happens. This is what happens when a smart person. This is what happens when a smart person or somebody with a lot of money, they do drugs. Their brain cells. We lose brain cells every day, and so it doesn't matter. That's what Hitler did. The doctors gave him meth. And of course, he thought it was smart to, attack the United States and Russia. And of course, you're going to lose the war 0%.
Right.
So it don't matter. You can have all the money in the world, or you can have the highest IQ, but you start putting drugs in your brain like meth and cocaine, and you're gonna lose your brain cells and do stupid things. So that's what Elon Musk did, and so Donald Trump had to do a distraction. Yes, it's good that he's actually ICE arrested like real criminals. If you go to their Twitter, they post it. But the thing is, the other people, the innocent people, that's our distraction. That's what we got to do sometimes. Distract the populace to make them look this way instead of the other way.
Okay. I think that there's a few amount of people. I mean, there's a few percentage that feel just like you did. I think one caller said that before. I don't think that's exactly what this is at all. I think this is just, finally the immigration policy coming to a head, and it was going to come sooner or later. So let's see where this takes us, because this could really get ugly.
I agree with that, but they could do a precise attack. They know where they live. The people the real criminals they arrested. They know where they live. They could have followed them.
For sure.
They have cell phones, but we got to do what we got to do.
Appreciate the phone call, brother.
They should, they should arrest the protesters and the federal agents and let the LAPD take care of Los Angeles.
For sure.
That's my personal opinion.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That's never going to happen, but they're not going to go. Hey, but remember I was telling you would have been something real cool that if LAPD? I told Shorty before I got here. Imagine, Chris, how they had the hold that call right now. Imagine if they had the turn the whole thing down. No, was that going?
Oh yeah, it's muted.
Okay. Imagine if they had they had the National Guard and the LAPD, and that Karen Bass would have gone and told the LAPD, "Hey, stand on the side with the people, and tell them that you're protecting them." And pretty much the LAPD saying, "Hey, we stand with you. We don't stand with them." Well, that wasn't a huge message, bro. But there would have been those pendejos. Hey, fuck the pigs, and here you go, bro. Go ahead. Hotline. See you no way.
Yep.
What's up, Gil? It's the Mega Man.
What's up, Mega Man? Keep on topic, fool. I don't want to talk about lizards right now.
Yeah. Yo, I see what's going on. Cindy and I, we saw some stuff. Let me just say this. When you see a lot of this ICE raids and all, the first thing is, like where everyone's talking about, don't go after the people who are working hard. Go after the criminals, go after the corruption, but especially go after those pedophiles. Look what's going on with California. I mean, $44 billion for homeless is gone. All this money. I mean, how come they don't arrest Karen Bass or all these pedophilia? And at the same time, you're seeing all this stuff. You're making excuses. Oh, the Epstein list. I mean, you're seeing what's going on. And I hate to see all this stuff, because the thing is, we're going to lose something good. I mean, free speech and all, and if we lose that,
how are we going to lose free speech, do you think?
Look what's going on. I mean, everyone's all waking up from their deep sleep. Everyone's seeing the kids, the new generations of kids these days, they're not going to be controlled. And at the same time, there's people out there, and I'll own up to it, like when there's people who support Trump and there's people who support this person and all, where everyone's all looking at what's going on right now, but there's other people are seeing the higher elites, like the global elites. I mean, is anyone not talking about the gray pope and the black pope who control the whole world? And now you're seeing what's going on in LA?
Bring it back, Chris. Bring it back. I told you he was going to go off the rails right now. Bring it back, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris, come on, Mega Man. Come on, to us, bro. Come on.
I know.
Real quick, bro.
Let's keep on top.
That's Mega Man. Yeah, we're reeling him back.
Yeah. But you know what? But you know what, Gil? For real, it's like they should be going after the people who are really hurting kids and all this human trafficking.
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of people they should go after, but they shouldn't go out. And that's what the message. At the end of the day, this is what I see from this. Whether people are in the other bubble, this message is for people to say, leave those people alone, man. Leave those people alone. They are not criminals.
Leave them alone.
Yeah, leave them alone.
But at the same time, there's always going to be excuses. Well, if you have family here for 30 or 40 years, how come you don't make the time and effort to get your paperwork done? But there's always going to be excuses.
Yeah, there is. I appreciate the call, Mega Man.
All right, Gil.
All right. Hey, mira, ICE, si quieres a alguien, llévate a este güey. Shorty, I'm gonna have you be the sacrificial lamb, fool.
I was born here, brother.
Hey, fool, go over there, shorty. You'll go viral, fool. Yeah, me. This man sacrificed himself. So I will take him.
Yeah.
Take me, bro.
Yeah, okay. I'll get right on that one. Real quick.
You ain't going, sure.
This fucking guy.
You and Chris, bro. You got to drive in there real quick, bro.
Hey, what do you think, Chris?
Take us.
How many illegal immigrants are we worth?
Oh no, you're everybody, bro.
People who are born here.
You guys are everybody. Oh, you guys
ourselves in.
I don't know. He's giving 1,000 for Weston. You guys might be like $2,500, bro. We're
This fucking guy.
Chris a little bit more. Chris a little bit younger, slender, taller. You get more than Chris, bro.
Better looking.
Hey, you got a lot of miles. Hey, a lot of miles. The frame's a little bit bent, but
shit.
Oh,
that shit, Chris, man. That's my friend, okay? Shit. Imagine if I was his enemy. Fuck out of here.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Vamos para allá, shorty. Vamos para allá, güey.
Where?
Right there for the freeway.
Let's go.
Nah, I ain't trying to go there.
It's too far.
I ain't trying to go.
I gotta go to work tomorrow. Come on, man. I'm trying to go to work
Shy boy in the
tomorrow.
building. He was short dog. Oh man. Yeah, exactly. See, but shorty, if we did like a week thing without work, would you boycott with us, bro?
Yeah, what?
I see people are trying to boycott.
If I was permanent.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. People are trying to like I'm trying to say if the people will boycott for a week, but nah.
Shit, I would.
Oh no, that's what I was gonna say. People are trying to boycott 4th of July. I'm like, well, don't boycott 4th of July. I'm sorry, bro.
That's like another day without a Mexican working.
Yeah, but you
don't buy gas.
See, okay,
you don't go.
The only way that don't work. For if I don't buy gas on Monday, but I buy Tuesday, I don't give a fuck. That's their boycott. He's gonna buy Tuesday, but on Monday.
Hey.
Let's go. Highlight. Take the camera off for a little bit, Chris. Hotline, what you got? What's going on, homeboy?
What's up with it, big dog? You know what I mean? Right here on the Sunday, just got done throwing down the turf.
Oh, I thought you were at the protest, fool, blocking the freeway right now.
Come on, homie. You know I ain't about that shit, fool. That's a joke right there, homie.
What's going on? I already talked to us, fool.
You know, it's embarrassing, homie. See, I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? I don't blame him, but come on, homie. You guys have all these that fat broad out there instigating, but Sheen out there Sheen out there doing her thing. That bitch is at fucking the Golden Corral, homie, on the 3rd plate right now, dog. You know what I mean? Come on, homie. You know that bitch looks like a fucking come on, like how are you guys over here instigating and pumping these fools up, and then they're out there risking their lives while you're over there fucking just hiding behind a desk, you know?
Chris, we're back.
I mean, for me, it's fuck, homie. It's all over my Instagram. I just turn my Instagram off. It's fucking annoying because I like the other caller. I don't know sense. I just can't fool. You know, it is hard because just seeing how these fools are going about it. Well, these fools are raiding convenience stores and shit. They're doing the same shit when they did the BLM, dog.
Not as bad. Thankfully, it's only been like one store, bro. That shit was going crazy.
I don't know. Out here in Santana, they did 3 7-Elevens. I mean, I seen that shit on OC.
That's all your little homies, fool. You gotta get at them.
I know, dog. Hey, but
you put them on check, homie. Come on.
Hey, but you know what it is, fool? I lead by example, homie. You know,
right.
I pay bills, dog. You know, I just got done fucking laying turf, fucking for the familia. You know, I work. You know, I'm working the fires. You know what I mean? Monday through Sunday, homie. I finally got a day off. You know, like, hey, homie, gracias for my great grandma for coming over here and paving the way, homie. But see, back then it wasn't like how it is now, dog.
But you have to feel some kind of empathy for like the construction workers, the people who are getting raided for stuff.
I understand, but see, hey Gil, but this is a problem, homie. I understand that, but let's be real. These construction worker vatos, the paisa homies, they're not getting paid like what they should be, right? They're getting paid, compared to someone that's getting paid, say minimum wage is $17.50.
No,
right?
I don't.
They're gonna pay.
I don't believe that, bro. I know some paisa guys that work. They get paid.
No, I do too. No, I do too. I mean, I work with some contractors, and there's some paisas that get paid, prevailing wage, homie, right? But like for the people picking fucking the fruits in the fields, right? The labor guy out there. I mean, are they all getting paid American wages?
Oh yeah, those guys are making different. That's true, but
right. And my thing is, if they're so, want to, do it for the community, right? Why aren't they over there protesting against the farmers paying their people the right way?
For sure.
You know what I mean? Go over there and protest. Hey, let's get them 401k. Let's get them this. How about we try to do a thing where we can get them visas or some shit?
Hey, absolutely.
People are over here. Well, if they're hitting the Mexicans, I go, man, it's not just Mexicans. It's all fucking. It's all Latin America. Everyone.
Everybody.
The Salvadorians, they're everyone, right?
Very good point.
And then my thing is, if people are like, well, why about the Asians and them? Well, the Asians not out here acting a fucking fool, and they're doing it the right way.
Yeah, they're fucking. The Asians, everybody else looking. Oh, look at them. Let them do that. They're stashed away, bro. Make no noise.
And you know what? And we're the dumb ones. You know why? You know why we will never prevail, homie? Because we're the type of people. If they see another camarada, a paisa homie, fucking up right there, and they're like, man, I want that position, right? They're gonna do whatever it takes to bring that vato down so they can get that position. Or if they see a little youngster that has potential, they're not gonna fucking do what it takes to try to get him to that next level. Why? Because they don't want to see him at that level. I've seen it in my eyes. I've seen and it sucks. It's like, fool.
Yeah, it does.
If we all work this together, you know how bad we could take over the fucking company?
How powerful we'll be,
homie.
bro.
But no, it's not like that. These chinos and all these other fools are opening up their own fucking ABC markets.
Oh yeah, like here the
all these little markets,
over, bro, and they're hustling, bro. They're hustling. They're hustling.
And they're doing it the right way. Why don't we mimic that, homie?
Because we're too busy fucking.
But we can't.
We're too busy wanting to be Mexico, bro. We're too busy.
Exactly. But then you see these fools out here. Hey, but then you see these fools out here burning the American flag.
Yeah, you don't burn
right?
the American flag, bro.
Come on, dog. You tell me what country is gonna let you protest like this, homie. You tell me what country is gonna give you fucking food stamps and fucking Medicare and Medicare. You tell me what country's gonna do that to you.
That's right.
If you guys don't fucking like it, go back to Mexico and see or wherever you guys come from. Not just Mexico, Spencer, but anywhere. And let's see if we're going to get the fucking same type of love that you guys are getting out here over there.
Ni madres, güey, ni madres. Hey, I appreciate the call. That's out of the way.
All right, homie, stay up.
That's Santana out there, homeboy. That's right.
Damn, man.
Listen, the thing I wanted to do this because I've been watching this obviously since yesterday, whenever it kicked off, right?
Yeah,
and everybody, there's a lot of podcasts doing it, but nobody's making the phone calls, bro. And I want to hear the people calling in. Let's see what they got. Hotline. Or cut them off, Chris. Oh. They're gone. Let's see. Go back to Mexico if you want to riot, throwing up the flag. So why are you scared to go back to the place whose flags you're throwing up? That's a fair question, bro. That is a fair question. What is the answer? Hotline. Hello. He's right, and you have Americans wearing the American flag as underwears. That's okay, though. I got some of those.
This fucking guy.
I got some of those. Fool, don't be hating on me, carnal.
I ain't hating on me.
Hotline.
Same guy.
Oh, is somebody trolling the number or what?
Mm-hmm.
Block his ass, man. Some awesome way.
This is the good one.
Okay. Hotline. How do we get rid of that, Chris, where it doesn't give the number out like that?
Oh, we need it.
Huh?
We need it.
We need it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hotline. Oh, this was in the riots.
Hey, what's up, Jim? How you doing?
Oh, I thought you were in the riots. Fool, it's on the loud back there.
Oh, no. That was right here.
Smoke for waving.
Hey,
I was looking for him too. Like, where's he at?
What you got, caller?
I'm shutting my garage door right now just in case they come up to my house. That's that noise.
Good man. What's going on?
I put a little peephole inside so I can see out just in case, bro.
Oh,
Hey, I'm going into the bunker.
Damn.
I'm going into the bunker.
Like that.
I tell you, boys.
Wow.
Oh, look, American
yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
Oh, you know how horrible it is right there?
I got a good idea.
What do you got, player?
Okay, you know what you need to start selling? Instead of people carrying rocks and 2x4s and throwing them at the police, you know what you should give away? Get anyone who's illegal, give them each a Trump mask. Imagine people walking out there with Trump masks. They will never. Dude, what are you going to say? What are you going to tell? 1,000 people?
1,000 Trumps.
To take off their masks?
No.
You got to be smarter than
They're
that.
not going to deport you.
They're gonna deport you. They're gonna take us to the White House or what?
Which have a McDonald's burger.
Oh, jeez, bro.
Man, they need to start wearing, preppy dress like, I mean, if you're out there if you're illegal and you know it and you don't give a fuck, well, whatever, bro. Go do what you got to do. If you ain't giving a fuck, but if you actually want to stay here and live here, I mean, bro, you got to at least play the part because you're not going to win. The odds are against you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I get it, bro.
Those schools are getting smoked out right now, bro. Major. You know how bad that is?
Watch when they wake up in the next 2 days, man. No, come on now. But all praise. The funny part is, I guarantee more than half of them are American, little young TikTokers, and out there they ain't got nothing to worry about, bro. You know what I mean?
No,
so they're having fun. They ain't giving a fuck.
Oh, yeah, some people. This is their gangbang for the week, bro. Like, this is what.
They're gonna go back. They'll go back to In-N-Out Burger tomorrow or Starbucks, and they'll be laughing about it, sharing it, and posting it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that is true. Unfortunately, that is true. I mean,
but,
most of the people you see there also look how many cameras. Everywhere I look, everybody's with their cameras just taking pictures. Like, I'm getting this nice flick.
Yeah, they're not worried.
I think
They're
if it was nice and organized, where they have to find like maybe banks to go protest at, like federal, like you got to go protest federal buildings that money's coming in and out, bro. Something like that. I mean protests.
But what do you really feel about this right here? What do you really feel about that?
I think it's fucking horrible. I think it's horrible that we've gotten to this point where we're sitting here fucking closing down freeways. People are getting gassed. It's getting ready to be an all-scale, full-blown riot. That's what it's looking like. And the darker it gets, the higher the situation that is.
Yeah, the risk is getting higher, and it's getting worse because it's looking almost like the 92 riot.
Yeah. What's that, caller?
Hey, Gil, again, this is Eddie from San Jose. I called in several times, but anyway, the way I really see it, brother, is that whoever's running the show, that's just what it's gonna be, bro. Whether we like it or not. Whoever we dealt with it during the Biden administration for 4 years. I mean, for 8 years, whoever's running the show is going to run it. And there's only so much we can do about it, bro. It's not fair. Yeah. Is it fair? It's not. To some people it is. Is it fair? And some people you're not.
To me, it's not fair. To me, it's 100% not fair. And like I said, the only way that it will really do anything, but this shows they got numbers. Like I said, bro, you got to boycott. You got to boycott something. This don't work because this ain't taking money out of their pockets. This ain't taking money out of their pockets.
And I hope one thing I hope, Gil, is that the people who actually live here, who are American born, hopefully they can really see how fucking privileged and lucky we are, and to live in America, man. Because our fathers, our moms and dads, as well as our abuelitas, I mean, they went through the struggle. They went through the struggle to be here for us to become something. So if you're fucking here and you're born an American, you need to get off that fucking phone and TikTok and go make a business for yourself. Thrive. You should be thriving because people are getting taken back to their foreign country, to their homeland, and they're not going to be able to see this fucking country again.
Hey, brother, I appreciate the phone call.
My point is, they didn't make the best of it. All right, take care, you guys.
All right, I'm late.
Damn.
Just the phone calls down for a minute. Look at that. You got any other views going on anywhere, Chris?
Yes, sir.
That's actually one of the crazy ones right there, though. Is that by? Because they were supposed to be at City Hall, and the ones I saw on City Hall was a big number of people, bro. That's not City Hall.
No.
Three and
hey, P-Dog, you never answered my question, fool. P-Dog is a guy who es como la canción de Vicente, llorar y llorar. No se la pasa llorando el güey, ¿verdad? And then he always wants to be Mr. Contreras, which whatever I say. And today I get an opportunity. Okay, bro, then what's your solution? I'm giving you what I believe is the solution. I believe it's a boycott, but a full-blown boycott of every bit of work for a week, 2 weeks, like something. And there's already been okay, so P-Dog, what's your solution? Let's hear it. And what it's going to be him criticizing and llorando más. He won't sit there and say, hey, well, I believe we should do this. I think that's the problem with a lot of people. They don't want to get on board with anybody who has an idea or a solution or a voice, right? They don't want to get on board. What they want to do is just criticize it, but not tell you what we should do. There you go. See, that's the answer. I told you. I did, my friend, but I didn't show it. That's like me in the hood putting in work for the hood and then saying, "Hey fool," and some guy, oh, you don't really put in hood. I'll go put some work. Oh, I already did. You just didn't see it. Get the fuck out of here. That's the kind of guy and he represents a lot of our people, fool. A lot of our people. He represents a lot of our people that when you try to throw something out there, and it's not gonna work. Then what do you got, fool? What's your idea? His idea is to hate on your idea.
Of course.
That's his idea.
He's not gonna go with yours.
His idea.
And then when he hears yours, he's gonna be like, "Oh, this fool has a good idea. I can roll with his fucking shit."
But he won't. No, he'll just.
No, he's gonna roll with your idea.
Yeah.
And down the line.
All right, Chris, get a phone call in there. I hear the thing buzzing over there. Hotline. Ay, güey. Báñate, güey. Báñate. There you go, homie. That's one of your callers, I think, short dog.
What's that?
That's not supposed to taking a mean fart, homie.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh man. All right, let's see what we got over here. Races. Yeah, races. Race is a good drama, unfortunately. You just didn't want to work with ICE now. Yeah, oh, this is what we voted for. Some she's like, nah, that's not what I voted for, bro. Come on, now I can easily say that, man. That's not even hard.
Really?
Yeah, I can easily. There's a lot of us like, come on, bro.
on.
No, we don't vote for this shit. Fuck no, bro.
You got me fucked up.
Only if you're like a cult member that you would say, oh yeah, this ain't cool. Nah, P-Dog won't call in. P-Dog just right now he's trying to get the nerve, and he's actually called in every once in a while, but very, very few. But he was actually a good conversation when he calls in. He's not no es un tonto. Don't think that. No, he's not one of those bobies. So that's the crazy part, and that's the crazy part with our people. If you don't agree, then okay, bro, give me another solution. I'll take it. But at least it's like we're in war, and I'm saying, all right, bro, I think we should come here, hit these guys over here, and then go here. I got a strategy. This is what I'm thinking. That ain't gonna work. All right. So what's gonna work?
Give me your
perspective. Give me an idea, bro.
Give me your perspective. Where do you got going?
Where do you believe I'm wrong over here? How do you believe we could make it better? Give me, and that's what I'm trying to get. But that's why I say with us, if I was a betting man, this ain't gonna change because we'll find a way to fight each other. Fool. It's like that one guy in the party that's gonna get fucked up. I don't know who it is, but I'm gonna fight somebody tonight. That is us as a whole, bro. That's gonna be. Alguien quiere pelear. And instead of saying the fight is with these guys, and when I say these guys, I don't mean the cops. I don't mean the National Guard. I don't even mean ICE. The fight is with the administration and them overcrossing their boundaries and going after people they shouldn't be going after. But fighting this, nah, bro. Let's see what we got.
This is a whole different ball game.
Yeah, thank you. This is some shit on some real high level, and this is, hey, come on, that's what I'm telling you. This is great. For that fool, this is great. It shows my power.
Damn,
it shows my power.
What I can do.
Yeah.
Is forget about it.
Yeah, this ain't Joe Biden, fool.
Nah,
this ain't Joe Biden.
Nah, Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Nah,
hotline.
¿Qué onda, Gil?
What's going on? Who's this? Where you calling from?
What's up, man? No, I'm calling in. Dude, I've been waiting for you to do a live or something because this shit is crazy.
Yeah, fool, it is nuts.
But honestly, because I've been during the 2020 Antifa riots, I was in Washington D.C. I was there. I worked for the Fed. We've been there. Okay. This what I want to say is all these motherfuckers, I get it. The raza, I'm raza. But this is not the way to do it. You're waving the Mexican flag, this and that, and you're destroying. You have no other choice but to have, Trompito say, like, shit, let's go. You got P-head sticks.
Watch. Look at this right now. I want everybody to look at this right now, right? The screen and what's playing, right? If you're Mexicano, sí, güey, te vas a sentir, soy Mexicano, mira mi raza, mira this, mira that. That's how you feel. And if somebody feels against you, you think, oh, you're just hating. No. If you're an American watching this, like one of those fucking straight super MAGA guys, the fuck is this? An invasion? They don't love our country? Look what they're doing. And I'm telling you, as somebody who loves this country, is from Honduras, I'm telling you, but the pride gets in the way. And says, no, this is the way we should do it. Bro, look at the message it sends. Go ahead.
That I'm Mexican, but I think most of the people they're doing this shit,
They're doing it for the views. Everybody's on the fucking phone.
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
Recording it.
You really
Like, what the fuck?
If you're in a protest and you want to, you're not supposed to be filming, bro.
You really think it's for the views?
There's some of them. Yeah, there's a lot in there.
I don't think it's for the views.
Put the phone down.
I don't
TikTok
think
is TikTok.
For everybody's on live.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They're live and they want the views. But no, and I just saw you on live right now,
bro. They want to make a statement.
And what's a statement?
And what's the statement?
What's the statement?
The statement's, they're tired of this bullshit. They're fucked of the suppression. The depression is they're done. It's like, man, we're done with this bullshit, and they don't get it.
What bullshit is that? What bullshit is that? Did you say that when Obama was in office?
Fuck Obama.
Yeah, but I think that's
okay.
You're taking a different point, bro. You're going to a different level.
No, I get that whole going to construction off to we're workers. I live in the Central Valley.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I see my dad still works in the fields, but he's a citizen now. But I literally just finished. I'm setting up a well, for my my well, because I'm on a water well.
That's about it.
And guess who came? Raza.
Yeah,
it's not.
You know what? And much props up to you, bro. For real.
Yeah, but down there, you guys in LA and San Francisco, you guys just, if you Karen Bass, fucking stupid ass mayor bitch. What the fuck? Here's the big shit. Like, you guys, no one's gonna do that here in Central California, guaranteed. No riding here. Everything's calm. All the raza here is still working. They don't give a fuck about what's going on down there. What's going on is that the Democrats fucking paid Antifa, and then and everybody, are you big city dudes down there? It's just like, oh, get on the phone. This is content, and that's crazy.
All right, bro. Hey, I appreciate the phone call, player.
Oh man,
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Let's see. Poor P Dog, man. One day, P Dog. One day. Yeah, but I mean, you can see just by the colors, okay?
Yeah.
And the colors are Latino colors. A couple of the brothers too. And they're all telling you the same exact thing, bro. If you're not part of that circle, this is how people are looking at it.
Yeah.
And they don't want to hear it. Hotline.
What's going on, Gil?
What's going on? Who's this? Where you calling from?
Just calling from the city of Riverside, bro. How you doing?
Big Rivas. What's good, homeboy? Talk to us.
Hey, man, me and my wife are right here watching this on TV, and man, these people are just making all of the fucking Hispanics that they're really out here, putting in work, to have good jobs. All those people on there, bro, you could tell they live at home with their parents, bro. They're not doing anything. They're all on there for the views, bro.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Well, no, listen, I think a lot of those people, they do care. They want, I mean, at the end, they are getting the view. You're already there. But I think they do care. They have the energy for it. They just don't have, in my opinion, the proper guidance. Like, because it's kind of everywhere. And at the end of the day, and some people say in the comment section, they'll say, it looks like the Dodgers won the World Series. That's what it's looking to a lot of people that don't know, right? So to me, I've said it, just a huge difference. And people think it's so petty, but hey, it's wave a bunch of American flags, bro. Tell them you want to be American. Show them your love for this country. And people, unfortunately, I would say mostly, I think it's Gen Z. Gen Z was raised, especially in the last 8 to 10 years, which now they're in their early 20s, to hate America, to not like America. And it's crazy because when we came here, bro, no, hell no. And then this is country, man. We're coming over here for a better life. We're coming for this. Hell yeah. This is my hood. My hood is America. Nowadays it's popular as kids to hate this country, but why do you think everybody's trying to come over here, man? They're coming over here for a better life, bro, because the country they came from, it's beautiful and they stay there if there's work, but there's not. So you know what? How am I going to disrespect that I call home, that's helping me feed my family, that's helping me give my family a better life?
No, definitely, man. It's crazy, bro, because
You know, I just had some family come over from Mexico. They're from Juarez, state of Chihuahua and stuff like that, around that area. And they came and, man, it's hard down there, bro. And I can guarantee those people on TV right now would not last out there, bro, trying to make a living, bro.
Yeah, but hopefully, bro, hopefully this doesn't get more out of hand. Hopefully it's just some BS of burning around in cars and all that, because I mean this has the potential to really blow over depending on how it goes. But I'll give Raza that much, bro. Raza's a lot. I mean, even though this is a lot of smoke, a lot of like inconvenience, it's not where these guys are burning buildings and doing that. And for that, we also got to give them some credit. I know it's hard right now because it's going, but I think we do.
Nah, for sure, man. Well, thanks. I appreciate you taking my call, boss.
All right. Why don't you go sit over there, fool? Go over there. Good. You good, homie? You gonna go back?
Karen.
All right. Go ahead. All right. Thanks,
Karen
brother.
Bass is making a speech.
Let's see what Karen Bass is talking about.
At the federal building and also here downtown.
Next question is
Jason.
Mayor Ross, have you reached out directly to the federal government? Or is this you doing so right now? Here? Have you tried to
No, my disappointment is I've been talking to the federal government for days. I was hoping to prevent this situation from happening. I was trying to encourage the administration that if they deployed the National Guard in Los Angeles, it would create a sense of chaos. It's the last thing our city needs. Our city is still trying to recover from the wildfires. And you just think about how so many people were impacted by that. And that's an example of where the administration was helpful. And to go from that situation to where we are now is just really tragic. And I think it's so unfortunate. It's the last thing Los Angeles needs.
When you say you reached out to the federal government, you haven't reached to President Trump?
No, I did not reach out to President Trump directly. I spoke to his chief of staff. I talked to Tom Holman. I talked to the U.S. attorney. So I've talked to several members of the administration.
Next question, Matthew. Yeah. I know you've been watching this protest. First off, what do you see when you're watching this? And I know that you've mentioned being worried about the safety of the protesters, but are you also worried about members of law enforcement in the middle of this?
Well, I'm worried about everybody. I'm worried about members of law enforcement. I'm worried about the safety of the people who are peacefully protesting. I'm worried about the businesses that might get vandalized. I'm worried about the vandalism that took place around the federal building. All of that. We do not need to see our city torn apart. And the idea that the federal government that should be assisting us is a contributing factor, I think is very tragic. When I see the protesters, I know that so many people are affected by this. Their families are affected by this. People are terrified.
How do you think that vandalism impacts the overall message of the protest?
Well, I mean, I first of all, I think protests need to be peaceful, period. And anytime it deteriorates into violence, that is a problem, and it absolutely messes with the overall message.
Next question right here in white.
Yeah, hi, Mayor. The Georgia Warriors. My question is, can you share a little bit about the conversation you've had with the governor, and how long you expect for the National Guard to actually be in Los Angeles?
You know what? Thanks for asking me that, because we're hearing all of sorts of information. We're hearing that the raids could continue. We're hearing that the National Guard is going to be here. So it's uncertain. But that's exactly the problem. Because we don't need in this city to go to sleep tonight and wake up in the morning and find out about people running through Home Depot parking lots being chased by ICE officers, or people going to work, or children at school. So we don't need any of that in our city right now. Our city's trying to heal. Our city is trying to rebuild. Our city does not need to be torn apart with a provocative measure from the federal government.
We're going to go right here.
If people get violent, if people break the law, they will be subject to arrest and they will be held accountable. It's as simple as that. So peaceful protest is what is needed. Peaceful protest is a part of our American tradition.
Mayor, last night the U.S. Attorney seemed resolute that these raids would continue regardless of what's happened over the last 2 or 3 days. In your conversations with him, is there been any kind of attempted compromise or somehow lowering the temperature, at least when things cool off locally, if they want to continue, or are they just doing it regardless of how everyone else?
Well, I mean, I think what we see now is they're doing it regardless of how anyone else feels. My conversation with the U.S. attorney, though, was not focused on that.
Yeah, another question.
Oh, hi, Frank.
It appears that the LAPD is cooperating with ICE in this operation outside the Metropolitan Detention Center. They moved in. There was a peaceful protest.
Oh, she's got a whole mess on her hand right now.
People back
Mm-hmm.
flashbang and arresting people.
See, but this is the thing that, Chris, that I think that, but it's not the right politician. If it was a certain politician, no, yeah. Even if it was like even if it's Viragosa was right now, it would be a perfect time for him to sit there and rally the troops, go to City Hall and bring all these people together, and then start speaking and actually
put something together.
Yeah, put something together, bro. Put something together, because right now nobody's putting anything together because they got nothing. These big politicians like her and other people, they need to come in here. Yeah. Let's put something. Just something. We need to put something together. Like even tell the feds, listen, we're not letting the LAPD go out there. The LAPD is going to help these people stay safe. We're going to help them protest. Like, but also tell the guys, you guys are not going to go to block the freeways. Go ahead. You need to hit federal buildings. And when I say hit federal buildings, I'm not talking about hitting them. Like I'm talking about go there, protest. Make it hard for the federal building to do its business, bro, because then the feds are going to be like, hey, dude, these guys are messing with us. Because right now the feds are messing with us. That's what this is going on. But with this, it could be the other way. Bill became woke now. Say, nah, chicken wang, I've always, that's the thing that I get from people from on the right. Also, no, this is this issue, bro. I am not, and it's not woke on the issue, because woke on the issue means abolish ICE. No, to me, keep ICE. Short dog, you're off the mic now. That's abolish ICE, right? I'm not that guy, bro. No, we need ICE. We need the feds. We need the cops. We need all that. No. I'm just not for people going to the depot, to stuff like that. Let's see what you got, Chris. Hotline.
Hey, what's up, Gil? How you doing, brother?
What's going on? What's this? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from San Diego, bro, a little town called Escondido.
Oh, heck yeah. I know that town. Very nice. Hey, what's going on, Escondido?
Right.
Talk to us.
Nothing, man. I just wanted to tell people out there, I kind of agree with you this time. And, it would be good to see American flags out there, because people don't understand. They get America mixed up, and this is what I see now with culture and race. Race and culture are two different things. In America, if you've been here a couple generations, I'm Mexican-American, by the way.
Okay.
If you know the culture, I've been raised with both cultures. I got to say it this way. White people, it's not like sometimes a racist. It's just like you said. They see Palestinian flags, Mexican flags. And believe me, brother, my great-great-great-grandparents come from there. And so, when you see the flag, it has an infinity in me. Like, I think back and go, yeah, those are my roots. But really, when it comes down to it, like some of my friends that come from Mexico, when I'm with them, yeah, I'm Mexican this, but they're like, you're not Mexican, bro. And then I finally get it. I was born in this country, right?
Yeah.
So I love this country, just like you. And when people see that out there, they kind of get like, man, these people don't even get it, which they really don't. And like you're saying, is there's no leaders out there. And so this stuff comes up spontaneous. It gives the powers that be to use the powers that they have to really enforce what they want. And people see that on the news and they go, yep, that's what they get. That's what they get. Really, what you really are saying is in a unified voice, and you have teams there, count out American flags for these kids. They're saying, hey, so we can identify who the good guys and the bad guys are. You know what I'm saying? If you're down for it, here's the American flag. Get out there, buddy, but do it right. And then we need the grown-ups out there to watch the kids too and tell them how to do it right. You know what I mean?
It's much harder for any kind of force to see a lot of American color out there and be like, you know what, these guys are the bad guys. It's such a hot thing that anything can ignite it, that you need at least something to kind of mellow it out, bro, and that helps a lot. But like I said, people are in echo chambers, bro. They are, and I see it around me. I know people that are in the echo chamber, but the difference to me is I don't look at somebody less or worse than because of how they feel this way or that way on any kind of political opinion. Unfortunately, too many people get all into their feelings, and if they don't agree with me 100% on everything, then they're just bad people. That's just not how it is, bro.
And when I, like earlier, I watched the news and I heard Trump go, if they said if you spit, you get hit. And, you know, as an older person, you teach your kids of respect and people out there. Yeah, you don't go spitting on people. You have a team, but people have a job too. And the dude's got to collect the check. Unfortunately, that's what people don't understand. If they're told something to do, they're going to do it, man. They don't know nobody. I don't think it's personal. It's just like me against you right now. You know, they got to get home too. And I don't, like I said, I'm not a Trump dude, so don't get it twisted. But I'm just saying, I do understand the difference between right and wrong sometimes. And I see the plight. I don't know where we go from here. I just tell people use restraint, because right now you got a person who's willing to use the full strength of the law and the powers that be against them, and it could get real bad, and it gets bad for everybody. You know, we still got jobs to go to. You know, we still got where it goes. But protest is good to let people hear your voice, but really think about what you're doing it for. You know what I mean? We don't know the people they're arresting. We don't know. And then we can have anger on our face. It could be some of the worst people. We don't know.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And then we're going now, you know. So really, like you were saying, I get it, man. Maybe more American flags out there, a little bit more unity. But I don't know where the leaders come from. Because like you said, those people I see out there don't look. You know, they're not like us. You know what I mean? So
for sure.
So it's kind of tone deaf, and so I get it. You know, you see a lady over there speaking, and you know she really doesn't know what to do. You know what I mean? I can see it, you know, and so that leaves people out there lost, and they're going to do. And unfortunately, I can see where they're going to go. You know what I mean? They want the fight right now, and the government wants that fight. They want to show that they're in control, and they will get it under control if they need to.
Hey,
so,
brother, I appreciate the phone call, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you,
right,
my man.
Talk to you later. Yeah.
Yes, I should be celebrating. That's what Gil voted for. Well, if that's the case, 50% of people voted for this, but that's not even the point of Latino men. That is the same argument that I could say then. That means you voted for drags dancing in front of little kids. Like, nah, bro, you can support one party. We're not supporting the whole super right or super left of it, brother. And that's the problem with us, like I said. Let's get him in. Hotline.
This is David from Santa Barbara.
David from Santa Barbara. Talk to us, my man.
Yeah, I was watching the protests, you know, throughout the weekend. And I'm also Mexican, you know, third generation.
Okay.
And I was thinking, you know, instead of protesting, you know, not a suggestion, it was just a thought, you know, but if I was in migrant shoes currently, I would protest by maybe not going to work.
Yeah.
You know, in the agriculture, because, you know, there's a way to negotiate this by their labor, you know, by stopping to produce, you know, in the fields.
Yeah, no,
especially in California.
I think just in general that we all know, they all know, that is our backbone. Our backbone is that we workers, bro. We the worker bees over here, but we're not real bees where we don't think for ourselves and can't organize and do our own thing. We are the worker bees of America. That is how we show our might. Our might isn't in destroying this country because we'll just get more hate, right? Our might ain't closing this place. Our might is showing, hey, dude, we're not gonna work for a week and let's see how you guys do. And not trying to show you guys that we want to hurt you. We want to show you that we are part of this country. But while we're not working, we show that we are Americans, bro. That's what the whole point. Like when people go get their citizenship, bro. And I did the same thing. I was a young kid at 10 years old. You get your little American flag. You're over there. You put your hand up and you say, you know, these are the words I will. For now, you're claiming your loyalty to this country. That's what people want. But unfortunately, the message gets drowned out, and people think that they're showing like, fuck this country, but I want to stay here. Nah, you got to show that I love this country as well, bro. And I think that a lot of times it gets drowned out, and it gives the other side more fuel. And then all we do is just keep fighting more and more.
Yeah. But I was thinking, clear the streets, stop the protest, and just hunker down.
Yeah,
you know?
Appreciate the call, player.
Home. Thank you again. Bye-bye.
Nice place to live at, too, by the way. Santa Barbara, bro. It's gorgeous. Right? Oh, man. Who's ready for California independence? Not you, fool. Go pay your phone bill. And Visual TV, he's got to go pay his phone bill right now. He's on the Obama phone. All right, man. Let's see. We got any more angles over here? Let's see. They finally cleared the bridge off. That's the other side. Well, that's that it? No, that's an old one, no? That can't be live. That bridge has already been closed off. Hotline.
Yo.
What's going on, brother?
Chilling. I I was gonna say a couple of things. It's interesting to see. I think it's cool that Raza has a voice and that people are out doing their thing just like any other race would be out there doing their thing. So,
right.
It's the youngsters that are mobilizing and running amok. So you expect that, and obviously there's parents out there too doing their thing. But this, don't get it twisted. This is about profits. Obviously, one group is being targeted. It's Latinos. Hold on, mija. I'm on the phone. One group's being targeted. I mean, if they were to put Nigerians and Afghani deportations on the news, then we would be a little bit more suppressed as far as the outrage and
the
emotion.
We wouldn't care.
Yeah, I don't think we would care.
We would care.
The emotion wouldn't be there.
Yeah, it wouldn't be there at all. Just like the emotion of most of America is not on this at all. And that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
You need to play to the heartstrings of Americans that don't feel this way.
Yeah. So they know that we're the largest fucking group in America. So they know exactly what they're doing. One, they know who exactly they're going to hit. They're not going to go after the Africans, the Nigerians, any other Middle Eastern group and go deport them. They know what they're doing. It's strategic. And on top of that, it's strategic because the fucking places these fools are being locked up in after they're getting hammed up by immigration are all profiting. We're paying $121K each fucking person that gets fucking hammed up and put in a camp in a private prison. And that's coming out of our tax money. That ain't coming out of Trump's tax money. The Homan ICE guy's money. That's coming out of our fucking money.
Yep.
And those fucking private prisons are the ones donating to the campaign, to whatever president they want in, whether it's Trump, the next guy, the next female, it don't really matter. It's just going to go to that campaign fucking, donations and all that. So I think,
for sure.
One of the private prisons donated $4 million in 2024 to get Trump in. So it's a rinse and repeat, for these politics. And you see them in these waves, 4 years, 5 years, or 8 years when Obama was here. You saw the same shit. Yeah. And so, I get it. You don't want to see the disorder and the anarchy when it comes to, respecting our country. We're Americans.
Put the number up
we're
there, Chris.
Latinos. So, but it's the youngsters. They got to get out there and get heard. Obviously, we need traction, though, when it comes to legislation.
So that's good, right? There's
talking about,
that's power.
Yeah, like constitution, like legislation, like rights are being violated, or maybe they're not. Like if you legally have something that a Fed can arrest you on coming out of a court, well, fuck, then damn it, I'm sorry,
All right, play. You got 10 seconds. You got 10 seconds.
Hell yeah, it's all profit. They know exactly what they're doing. It's a profit. Donations going to Trump. We're paying for it, and so don't get it twisted.
I appreciate the call. Bájale el volumen, Shorty. That's the hit on it. Free Shorty. Free my short dog. They got a campaign going. All right, let's see. Hey, put a poll up there, Chris. We're gonna do a 10-minute poll. Should we free short dog and bring him back or not, dude? I think short dog should stay in podcast jail right now, bro. He's good over there. He's fat on canteen over there, bro. He ain't missing out on nothing over there, huh, short dog? This fool. He got chicharrones. He got leño. Got a little apple juice. Nothing major.
Nothing major on.
Dude. Terry Hesticles. Let me see. Gil, look at all the trash left behind in the streets. How is this helping us? We have to live in this left behind mess that no one comes out, cleans afterwards. Yeah, this is it. Hotline. Appreciate that. Terry Hesticles. Hotline. Who's this? Where you calling from?
What's up, my boy? Shy Boy, big dog. How you doing, man?
Shy Boy. Should we leave Short Dog in fucking in podcast jail, fool? I think so, fool.
Hey, Short Dog, what's up, my boy? Hey, tell me, homie, cortala, homie.
Hold on. He's got his headphones on right now. Hold on. Give me 1 second, fool. Give me 1 second, fool. Right there. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Tell him real quick, fool.
What's up, man?
Tell him, Shy Boy. He can hear you.
What's cracking?
Hey,
Cortala, Short Dog.
Let them know. Hey, Short Dog, let them know, big dog. My boy. Not me. But you got to do the whole, you got to do the hand movement, Cortala, homie, real.
Yeah, he's in the back right now. Fool's in the back. He's fat on store right now. Fool, I got him with some chicharrones. Got him with the little brewski. He got a leño. He's chilling. Short Dog living the dream back there right now, fool.
That's what's up, man.
Hey, so Shai, what do you think about all this madness right now in LA, homeboy?
All right, man. About that, big dog. All right, man. You know, look, I see where you're coming from with the flags and all that. I get it. You know, honestly, bro, when me and my wife been talking about it, and I guess I was caught up in the moment, bro. Like it slipped my mind, and you're right, bro. They should be waving the American flag, but that's because, you know, I seen this picture, bro, where I seen them with the Mexican flag and all the Central American flags, and they tied them together, and they were posted. Bro, I seen that, and I thought that was sick, bro. I was like, man, that's tight, bro. And because for the longest, you already know, like the Mexicans, like, nah, the Central, you know, the
It was conflict in there.
What I mean?
For sure.
Yeah, dog. So when I seen that, I said, "Damn, that's tight." I said, "That's what we need." And like how you always be talking about the sleeping giant, right? So I'll be like, "Man, that's like we waking up." But right now, I'm hearing you, bro, and you're like, "Man, I agree with you, dog. Like they should be waving the American flag, bro." But I was gonna ask you, bro. Like, don't you think at one point, bro, it's gonna get violent, bro? Like if the message is not gonna get through, bro.
This has the making of that for sure, because Trump's definitely trying to escalate it by sending out the National Guard. He's like, all right, what, you want to push back? I'm not. In other words, he's saying, I'm not Joe Biden, fool. I'm gonna come out here and bang on you fools. And hopefully they don't fall into that trap, because if they fall into that trap, you got major riots, you got people getting arrested. Now you're gonna start looking at people's backgrounds and all that stuff. And Trump's like real main base on the right wing that he can't do no wrong is gonna sit there and say, look what they're doing. They're burning on the streets. They're waving Mexican flags. It just turned. It's a game. It's a game of chess, fool. And right now we gotta be calm about it.
That's true. No, I see where you're coming from as well, dog. But like I was just thinking about, because like what they're doing is unfair, bro. Come on, they're going to construct.
Oh yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit, bro. It's bullshit. Yeah.
I gotta understand, look, man. I see where you're coming from, but I understand it if it gets like, you know. I mean, we're passionate people, bro.
Oh no, see way. And you know what? That also might need to happen. Like it's like, to me, it's either all in or all out. If that's what they want to do, then get your money. But right now, it definitely has the making of going south. Fool. There's a lot of people out there, and ya sabes, more people out there chilling. Van a empezar las cervecitas. People are gonna start, acting a fool. And all it takes is that one fool to do something. It could just ignite this whole thing.
Well, because I was seeing yesterday. I seen some clips where they started throwing rocks, right?
Yes.
And I was just like right now, right? They're in a standoff with the guard, right, or whoever is out there.
Yeah, with the cops right now.
Holding the line, right?
Right.
All it takes is one rock, bro. All it takes is one rock. Just toss that thing, and next thing you know, it's on and cracking, bro. So I mean, I don't want it to get. I don't want it to get to that point, bro. Like I'm not even about that violent stuff, bro. But man, I was just thinking, like, when is it gonna be enough, though, bro? Right? I mean, welcome to LA. I mean, I don't know. I don't condone it, bro. I don't want it to get that way. But man, if it does, bro, I just feel like he got that coming in a way, right? I mean, I don't
like I said, I understand these people got some major frustration. Everybody's upset. Everybody wants something done about it. And emotions are high, bro. Emotions are, majorly high. But I think if they take it out like on the LAPD, that's not the real enemy, fool. You gotta go after the Fed, homie. And I'm not talking. It's not. No. This is your home team, believe it or not, because these fools haven't been reporting to ICE. These fools. It's a new administration. What do you want them to do? These fools are doing their job. They gotta try to go to some federal buildings and protest there. But I mean, they're making noise. But we'll find out by tomorrow what kind of noise it's gonna be, bro. Because this can go both ways. Hopefully they'll calm down and not get too crazy. Yeah. I mean, hey, wait, los caballos, güey. Look at that shit, fool. The horses got fucking straight glasses. What the fuck? Los caballos, güey. Yeah, look at that shit, fool. Oh, it's going down.
It's popping, bro. It's popping.
Hey, fool. The caballos got protection for the eyes. Oh, there it goes. Look, there it goes.
There you go.
There's the first fire, bro. All right, Shy Boy. Hey, fool, we got to get you in here one of these Saturdays, bro.
For sure, bro. We'll link up.
I appreciate you, carnal. Ya sabes.
Yes, sir. Likewise. All right, man.
There we go.
I didn't see this coming.
Oh no, the later it gets, bro. Is this is the live feed right now, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
And those are those cars that drive themselves, fool.
Yeah.
Those cars don't know what the hell's going on. They're in the middle of a ride. They haven't been programmed for that. Hotline. You saw the horses, fool?
Yeah, that's but you know what? All these so-called protesters, guess who's loving it? The people, all the LAPD. That's overtime.
Overtime. Oh yeah, major overtime right now.
They're making,
Major.
bro. LAPD, the sheriff, they're making bank.
They're probably making like $200 an hour right now.
Oh my God!
$200 an hour.
When I used to be in law enforcement, I'd be like, oh yeah, let's do this.
What's that, Chris?
Do you think they want to go out there with riot gear on? And
Some of these guys do. Some of these fucking guys, they got boats to pay for, bro. They don't care, bro. They don't.
Bro,
That's their job.
I did it in Washington D.C. I was like, shit. Well, I'm getting paid this much.
Yeah.
Like shit.
Everybody's bragging about their check the next week.
Bro, exactly. So I want to say, it's the National Guard works for the state of California. The governor Newsom has to approve it.
Yeah, but they went through the Fed, fool. You think?
No.
You think Newsom actually approved the National Guard coming out?
No. Trump is in charge of the military. The California National Guard is the National Guard for the state of California here. The commander in chief is Newsom.
Yeah, but I think
Look it
Trump,
up.
I know, I believe you.
I was in the military.
I believe you, but
Yeah.
Trump overrided that, bro. Trump overrided that.
No.
He did. And that was like the first time since like the 40s or something, 60s? Since 60s that they did it. Because me and Short were talking about that. Trump overrided the very first time ever since the 60s that the feds were like, no, we're sending the National Guard.
Okay. All right, you got me on that one, but damn, I thought Newsom was going like in the middle more. But fuck.
All right, this one's got a skateboard, bro.
Okay.
This got a skateboard. He's doing his thing.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, skateboard.
He got
yeah. Órale, pues. All right.
brother.
You guys have a good night.
You too.
Órale. Te love.
Patricia, 499 Super Chat. Appreciate that. AC, can you educate on the rage and why sanction didn't work? You understand that question, Chris?
No.
On the rage? Like the rage of the kids now and why sanctions didn't work on sanctions on who? What country? Patricia, if you could just leave a comment trying to explain that. I don't understand that question. Moises Carrera, $20 Super Chat. Appreciate that. When are you going to report live from the streets? Hope that you get the sheriff sooner than later. Moises, the sheriff has already gave us a date. He will be coming in within 30 days. It's already on the books, bro. So yeah, Chad will definitely be on the books. And as far as going there live,
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Hotline. You got one in there?
Yep.
Let's do it. Hey, can you turn the TV down? Turn the TV off. Bájale. Okay, who's this? Where are you calling from?
Hey, my name's George. I'm calling from Arizona.
What's up, George? From Arizona?
Just want to. So my thoughts on this is, I think regardless, we have to stand up as a people, whether we think it's right or wrong. In this particular situation, in my opinion, this is all part of like a Jewish plan, the IDF. I don't know if you noticed, but the Greta, the peace, the one that's delivering food to Palestine, they just took over her boat. So to me, this is all correlated. The riots are a distraction to kill that little girl, the 22-year-old that's trying to take aid to Palestine. So to me,
Greta V or something, Greta Van something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know if you know or if you're aware, but the LAPD, all the PD across the United States is trained by the IDF. They use IDF tactics.
Right.
On top of that, they train the cartels. The IDF cartels are trained by IDF. So to me, all this is in plan just to get a distraction from what they really want to do out there.
Okay.
They're trying to take over the land. They're trying to take over since 1948.
You're talking about because of Israel.
Yeah.
Okay. I could see it, but I don't. At this point, I don't think so. You know why? Because Israel did what they did already. There is not, like, they're not even tippy-toeing about it anymore. They leveled that whole place already. They bombed. They've gone. They went little by little, and at the end, they're like, you know what? We don't even care anymore. At this point, they're just leveling places out, and we don't need a distraction because people are looking at it. And for the most part, people ain't worried about it because it's not here. To be honest with you.
But this is going to fall back on Trump. The whole thing that's going on with Greta. It's going to fall back on Trump because he's still.
Do you think he really cares, though? You think he really
think
cares?
what?
Like, you think Trump really cares? Like, he's gonna fall back? Oh, it's this guy's fault. Trump don't care about shit like that, bro.
I think he does. He's an egotistical man.
Oh, he's a major
He's an
ego.
egotistical man.
Yes, major.
And his MAGA people are gonna fall back on you. And you got to remember, Trump is bought by AIPAC.
You think so?
What?
I think he's probably one of the least guys that they would want there in power. To be honest with you.
Who?
The AIPAC or anybody else? I don't.
No. Look it up. He's been bought. There's a lady, a Jewish lady, a Zionist. This is all a Zionist plan, bro.
Okay. All right, bro. So we're gonna get another phone call coming in, but because we don't want to go down that route right now. We're trying to stay on this topic. Yeah, because he's gonna go to, and I get it, bro. I get it, but I don't see the connection. I think this is failing policies of immigration, no policy on immigration, whether it was Bush #2, whether there was Bill Clinton, whether it was Obama, whether it was Bush, the other Bush Jr., all this, Biden, all this is from failed immigration policies, bro. I've been talking about this since the beginning of the show. I've always said policy. And when I said the beginning of the show, I'm talking about 8 years ago, bro. Hotline. Yo. Nobody there, Chris? Nobody there? Hang up on these people. Yeah, they're burning the automated cars, bro. Hey, that car doesn't even know. Where am I at? What's going on?
So sad. We're gonna need more human drivers out there.
Hey, this is gonna make
it's gonna be good for me.
the
Surge
uprising
pricing.
of the Terminator, bro. They're gonna say, "Remember 2025 when they hit our brothers." Hotline. Bueno.
No.
¿Qué pasó,
Can you hear
carnal?
me?
I can hear you, brother. Who's this? Where you calling from?
Oh, what's up, man? This is Don Güero. That's my YouTube name. And this I'm from Compton.
Don Güero from Southfield. What's good, player?
What's up, man? Pretty much I'm gonna talk about the topic. You know, I live close by where it started, right there in Atlantic.
Okay.
And it's and that's a hot spot for people that do burnouts and their tacuache stuff.
Ya
That's
sabes.
good that they're protesting, but they're doing it the wrong way. You know, they're doing it burning cars, doing burnouts. You know, that's like some like not even a street level shit, but it's not sending a message.
Son mamadas, güey.
You know?
Son mamadas.
Exactly. Y ya cuando vamos like entender that's not working, like you said. You know, 90s, 2000s. You know, these politicians are not getting it done with this with helping the raza out. You know, especially the Democrats, brutal promises and nothing on the table.
Facts,
bro. And then Trump, you know, he in the 2020s he tried to get a deal with with ¿cómo se dicen los the Dreamers.
The DACA,
They said no.
DACA. Yeah, they said give me $25 billion. I'll make you guys I'll give you a pathway to citizenship. They said no.
Yeah, he tried, you know, and now Biden let all these fools come in, and we don't know what their background is, and you know, I'm for like, you know, you gotta check who you are, you know. I don't want you coming around here doing this madre, and that's what's happening.
Yeah, but like this right now, the images and all that, everybody's on their phone. Everybody wants to get a good image of this, but it's like, again, counterproductive, bro. It looks good for film. It makes it good, real, but at the end, what message is it sending?
Nothing, porque we don't even vote for what we need. The youth don't even understand yet. I voted for Trump. I'm cool with everything he's doing. I don't want to use money, tax money, just spend money on bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but how do you feel about them going and raiding like construction sites and stuff like that?
Oh no, I say it right there.
Yeah,
I say child right there. But at the same time, look what the administration Biden did. That everybody in, fuck it, you know, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take everybody out, no matter what.
I get it. All right, my man. I appreciate the phone call, player. Ya sabes. See, but that'll show you, like with him, Short Dog. Damn, they want Short Dog back? Bro, let me see what the poll's at right now. 56.44%. Come on, people. We got a few minutes left. Hotline.
David.
What's up, David? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Visalia, California.
Big
Central
David
Cal.
from Visalia, from Central Cal. What's going on, David? Talk to us, man.
Hey, check this out, man. I got dual citizenship. I'm a Mexican and American.
Okay.
Mexicano por el lado de mi madre.
Yes,
all right?
está. Okay.
I travel to Mexico quite a bit. I got family over there. I got family over here. The one thing I noticed that when I go down there, I'm a gringo, along with the rest of us that are born in the United States of Mexican American descent.
Yeah, absolutely.
They got no love for us. Now, what I see here on the tube, the MAGA people, I think, are saying, that they deport them all. You see DC Drano and all this, deport all these invaders. You know what? They're not. They're not all. Maybe some of them, but I think most of them are American citizens born here in the United States. That's what I believe. Trump, I don't like Trump. I voted for Trump, but I don't like Trump because he's a big egomaniac.
Right.
What he should have done is go to these businesses with a couple of people, a couple of agents, and say, hey, you know what? Let me see your I-9s. Okay, how many employees you got? Let's see if it all matches up. Oh, they don't match up? Let's go. You broke federal law, shut down the business, and we avoid all of this right here.
Oh, yeah, but they won't
That's
do
my
that.
opinion.
But they won't do that because you're going after the business owners, bro. There's levels to this shit. It's easier to go after the low-hanging fruit. You're not going after the owners because if they really want to get rid of them, they would put that E-Verify on every single company, and then you wouldn't be able to hire no illegals.
That's you're right. It's the most difficult path, but it is the most peaceful path.
Right, for sure.
What they're doing is they're agitating.
For sure.
That's what's going on.
Hey, yeah, they're agitating and it's working. It's working.
It's working.
It's working. Hey, I appreciate the phone call on the inside, my man.
Have a good day.
You too. Late. Danny what is it? Paniagua. Welcome to Boss, man. You a boss now, homie. Yeah, here goes the first thing. It's getting, the darker it gets, bro, that's it. Short, I want to do a 24-hour fucking live right now. Chris, get your sleeping bag.
I went overtime like those cops.
Hey, at the end of the live, I'll be calling ICE. Yeah, I have a Haitian over here. I got a Haitian Chris over here. Hotline. Hey, I got some little Indian guy. I don't know where he's from. His name's Short Dog. What's going on, homeboys? That's where you calling from?
G, yeah, calling from Yuba City, bro, near Sacramento.
That's right. What's going on, brother? Talk to us.
Yeah. So, it's like a couple of you guys are saying in regard to these protests, bro. Like, I'll give a brief example. Like, it's like the guy that says, the guy that pretty much says or else, you know, and it's like you guys are, but then finally you guys get the attention of the person that you're trying to get attention from, and they're like, all right, I'm hearing you. And then the guy has nothing else to say, like, well, I didn't think I'd get this far. It's like you guys need to have a plan. It's like the movie Walkout. You know, that's a great example. Like all the kids that walked out in '68 because of all the stuff that was going on back in those days. And one of the things that one of the teachers said, because these are all real people, they show them at the end of the movie, because obviously it's based on the true story. Like one of the things that he told all the students was, the first thing you guys need to do is organize, because you guys are going to get to the point where, what if you finally get the attention of Trump or whoever else, but you guys have no demands?
What's your message?
No, what's the message? There's no plan behind anything, and then it's just basically going to make everybody look like animals, bro. It's like you guys are doing random acts of mamadas for no reason, and there's no end goal.
Yeah.
So you guys need to focus on all that. But obviously, like I think you mentioned one thing, because I had a similar idea, because I talked to a bunch of people that I come across about subjects like this. But if they really want to get a hold of the news, like in a positive way, go to parts of the city, like federal buildings or places that might attract the quick attention from the local media. That way, you guys are able to make a point. But you guys need to have a freaking backup plan about what are these things that you guys want in return, and not just be doing mamadas for nothing. But
A perfect.
I already see. Keep it up. Yeah, Simone, go
Thank
ahead.
you, brother. Appreciate that. I answer that. A perfect example of what he's talking about. Remember when they did that something for the 1%, and they were camping out, and remember that? And then they asked them, "What do you guys want?" They were all like, "You gotta have an answer, bro." Hotline, what you got?
Dios Benito.
What's up, Benito?
Hey, man, what do you think about, do you think they're targeting specifically brown people or no?
I believe brown people are just completely disregarded. like as far as any respect or message from the higher ups. And I'm just not even talking about Republicans, bro. I'm talking about Democrats as well. I think when it comes to political parties, we're just being completely disregarded as far as feelings. I don't think they get away with doing half of the stuff they do to the brown people. Does that say completely they're being targeted? I say if you're the majority of the illegal people in this country, you're going to be the majority on camera being arrested or taken in.
Definitely, and I also feel that younger people just get frustrated with having legislation and things actually change in a faster manner. They want it done quick, but unfortunately, it doesn't happen overnight. And I think somebody needs to rise up and basically try to put everybody together. So, yes, you can protest, but not have all the BS out in the streets as far as burning cars.
All the mamadas, it's counterproductive. Like right now, we got a guy up there with a suit, and he's doing like the news report with his face mask on. 80% of the people are on their phones, getting a clip for Instagram or this and that. But at the end, I've yet to see somebody go, so what's the message, brother? And that's what they need. They need a script to say this is the message, and their message is just, I don't know, stop doing it. Okay, but how? Like what? And they don't have it. But that's where the politicians in LA have to be like Karen Bash, but she doesn't know because this ain't really her realm. She's got to get with some Latino people in the city council. But the problem is that they're just a bunch of woke ass people who don't even really know how to speak and have a conversation about stuff like that. To say, hey man, we will let you into the county jails. Hey, we will give you files of these guys. Hey, we will deport these guys out of prison, but leave these other people alone. Negotiate. And that's the problem. They haven't negotiated anything in many years. So at this point, Trump went in there and said, well, screw it. We ain't negotiating. I'm the president. I'll do what I want. And that's what he's doing, unfortunately.
And I'll leave you with this one. How do you feel about ICE agents or any kind of agents right now out there covering their faces and not having anything to identify them in case they do break the law?
It's a little sketchy, bro. I think it's a little sketchy, and it is. It's a little sketchy, and it definitely sends the wrong message.
Definitely, man. Well, thank you for your perspective on things. You made me think about it today, and keep it up, man.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Late. What's the message? Little peep, little bo peep. And then Bope say, hey, little bo beep, hey, little bo peep. He said, Serio, you don't know what? Okay, well, let me know, bro, because there's a lot of people in the country that want to know because they may not be on your side. They might want to be on your side. So then the question is, what's the message, people? This guy said, you don't know the message. That's one of those guys. Hey, what's the answer to this? Well, you don't know the answer? Try to get the answer back from you, bro. Like, come on.
Ain't a fucking puzzle.
Ain't a puzzle, short dog. Hold on. What's the name looking like, Chris? The poll. Short dog is at 44%, man. Oh man, we got Alabama Mexican short dog. Hotline. The world famous. The world renowned Alabama Mexican. For the only man who have 4 different baby mamas, but all their cousins.
Hey, remember one time you told me I was a blessing, remember?
You are a blessing. You are a blessing, Bama. What's going on, brother?
Hey, I was just watching these clips, man. This stuff looks really real. I saw Doughboy right there trying to break into a Dunkin' Donuts, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, man, you even capping on the guy. He's not even here, bro. You cold piece.
Hey, Mark Anthony's trying to steal vapes right now with all this shit going on right now, man.
He's trying to get that banana baby oil flavor.
For real. Hey, American, tell her how you feel about this shit going on, man. Hey, how do you feel? See, now you know why I don't get into politics, because that's an anti-yoga. And then, so how do you feel about all this shit, man?
Listen, I completely 100% understand their frustration, bro. I do. I understand frustration. I see why they're out there doing that. This is their avenue of I want to be heard. I want to be heard. That is on that side of me, right? On the political side of me that I believe knows right and wrong and knows that the other side doesn't feel that way, I think it's counterproductive. It started off good, but now it's counterproductive because with the film that we're watching and people see it, they'll see it. Oh, yeah, ahí estamos representando. The other side, which is the side you want to get the attention of and be like, hey, guys, we're not animals. We're not killers. We're not this. These guys are being shown this. And look at them. They're trying to invade our country. Look at them. They're burning cars down. Well, whose cars are those? Oh, there was just electric cars. Oh, look at them. They're stopping the freeway. So, in other words, those people are like, what? Man, those guys are idiots. And
yeah, but hey,
there is no conversation.
Yeah, but I get it. But imagine they start breaking into these like factories, and they take people, and imagine nobody does anything. Everybody just watches them taking them. And so wouldn't that be crazy if people are just like, yeah, fuck it, they're gonna get sent back to their country, and imagine.
Yes.
So I mean, I guess like I this is fucked up, and you know what's fucked up? That everything here is in Spanish, man, and people are fucking shocked to see the West Side over here, and everything, all the streets, everything's in Spanish, and people are shocked to see them Mexican flags and all that shit. I understand if we're like in Connecticut or some shit, but we are on the West Side, man. Right. So I mean, people are shocked to see Mexican people here, man. Can you believe that?
and to me, I think you could still have that message, but without this. Without the burning of stuff, and we still should, like, if I'm over here and they pull up to a site, oh, bro, I'll be pissed, bro. I'm cussing them out. I'm saying this. You know what I mean? But this it's leading to probably like I don't know, maybe to a full blown riot, bro. We'll find out tonight.
What wouldn't it be better if the government just says, "Oh, fuck it, this is better if we just leave"?
Look who we're talking about, bro. Look who we're talking about. We're talking about Trump, bro.
He was at the UFC fight yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. This fool isn't going to just spit there and say, oh, we're just going to leave. He's not trying to take an L. But you got to give him a route to take an L, and not even an L. You got to give him a route to compromise. So it's like when I saw Mayor Bass talking, right? If I'm the mayor of this county, of LA County, I'm telling Trump, listen, man, let's sit down, negotiate. We will sit there and give you the county. We'll sit there and give you the guys who are criminal. We'll sit there, but you shouldn't be doing this. And then if they don't, I will sit there and say, all right, I'm calling the police down. The police are standing down. They're going to help the protesters walk around, do this and that. We're not going to help the feds. Because what this is doing is this is just making it worse and worse, because at the end of the day, if they, like you say, if they still allowed to raid places and go and get normal people, no, that's everybody, bro. And hopefully people will understand that this is just not a Mexican thing. This is an Armenian thing. This is a Latino thing. This is an Asian thing.
But honestly, I feel like they're just getting all the Latin people. I don't feel like anybody's sweating it. If you're like a light skinned like person from some other country and you're an immigrant, you just walk through anything and you're fine. And they're getting all the colored motherfuckers right now.
Me, it's just weird raiding places like that. To me, I get you're going to people's houses who you got a warrant for and you're looking for them, but just to start picking up places, yeah, it's not just a bad look. It's a horrible thing. Come on, people are working.
Quick question: how long or how many days do you think this is gonna go on for?
I would think they're gonna try to get this thing out believe it or not, by tomorrow, bro. Because tomorrow is Monday. People are going back to work, and if they don't, then this might blow over more. But I doubt it, because the difference with these protests right now, the difference is the BLM. The BLM had a lot of black support, which has a huge amount of influence, right? With this one, no, people are they might post here and there, Viva la Raza, this and that. But the news is not pushing for this. Remember, during BLM, the news pushed for it. We got every star pushing this. We got basketball players. We got this. With a lot of raza, nah, they're staying away from this, because like the phone calls that were being made here today, you heard a lot of people saying, "Man, this is not good, this and that." So a lot of people will not want to get behind this and say this is fine.
If you have to go all back, and if you had to vote for Trump, would you vote for Trump?
You know what? I said it before, bro. I said it the last one. Depending on how this thing completely comes out, but right now it'd be easy to sit there and just say no. But I got to go back and remember who was going to be in power, bro. Who was going to be in power was Kamala Harris, bro.
You think it'd be better if we just have more trannies instead of all this shit?
More trannies in the schools. That's what we need, brother. More trannies in the schools.
Hey, that was the problem, huh?
It definitely was. It was they were pushing the country to be gay, bro. Like everybody and their mama here, gay this, gay that, suck this, put this, get this book. Like, come on, bro. No, I'm sorry.
that's what I told my jefita. I was like, you know, a lot of people just voted because there was too many like trannies at the schools and shit, and then that a lot of people like probably wouldn't have voted.
Well,
if the shit was
well,
still
that
dysfunctional, you know?
and the border too. Remember how the border was, dude?
Well, that was like it looked like a fucking free concert. I know everything fucked up. Man. It looked like there was a free. It looked like Woodstock, huh?
But like I said, this right here, Bama, is not just from the Trump administration. This is 30 years in the making, bro. This is every single administration kicking down the road immigration, And if to me, if the city's got to burn to the spot for order for people to start paying attention to immigration, and maybe that's what they need to do. I don't know, bro. I hope it doesn't. But immigration is a huge problem in this country that every single administration, Republican and Democrat, have kicked down the road. And this will say, fuck it, I'm going to do something about it, whether you like it or not. So to me, it's like the Dems are supposed to be our friends, fool. Where are the Dems at? Where is the immigration laws that have been passed? They haven't been, bro, because it's been all lip service to us.
Yeah. Hey, man. Well, I'll let you take some more callers. Hey, are them pansexuals working on Wednesday, man? They better show up to that shit, man.
Hey, fool, they might be getting arrested tonight, bro. Who knows? Doughboy's gonna OD right now, bro.
I bet Doughboy's trying to break into La Vallarta to get all them carnitas right there and shit, man.
Later, Bama.
Hey, take care. Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing, man?
What's up?
Shit, hey, you what? Hey, well, you guys have fun, and well, actually, we can't have fun until this shit is over, man.
There you
Be
go.
safe.
Later, bro.
Yeah. All right, take care, man.
All right. Let's take maybe one or two more phone calls. We'll get out of here at 6, Chris.
All right.
Let's see what the comments are saying, Chris. I think we had a super chat in there.
Yeah, right here. This one.
Oh. Boys Chris said we need you to represent us. They don't want me, boys. They say you vote for Trump.
That's true.
They think you vote for Trump.
Let's see. I think we have one more.
Miguel Moreno, 499 super chat. Thank you, sir. Y'all keep supporting, loving all these other races. Rappers ain't seen one of them post showing love or supporting for our people during these times. Hotline.
This is Caesar from California.
Okay, Caesar, what's going on?
Yeah, just calling in. Just maybe not used to calling in. This is probably the first time I ever called into a podcast.
Oh, no, very cool. The whole point is for you to give your point of view of what's going on out here. What's your thoughts?
I guess I could share a couple of maybe my experience. I used to work for ICE, and I retired in 22.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe just give you maybe my views, frustration.
Yeah, please.
During the time I was an agent, as far as you when you were speaking about the county jails and all that.
Yes.
Might want to come onto the show.
Yeah, because I remember when that started. I forget the years, but they actually kicked out because we used to go in there and run checks.
Yeah, I know. You guys tried to deport me in 1996 from the county jail.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's when it kind of started.
Yeah, so we used to go in there and run checks using their database. And
right.
Stuff. And so once we found we put detainers and then after that we go pick them up. Everything was organized. And next thing you know, they didn't allow us in the county jails anymore.
Right.
So we had to go and wait for them outside of the county jail when they walk out. And it turned into a big mess because sometimes we had to use force, get them as they walked out to the front, or sometimes they try to run. And
right.
And and then in the prison too at the end, before we used to go interview like Centinela, Calapat, the prisons. We used to go interview the inmates there.
So, at some point they stopped you guys from going in there?
Well, you had to request permission to interview them from the inmates.
Okay.
So they had agreed to talk to you. So sometimes, like, if they didn't talk to you, well, you had to put your case together without actually speaking to them, which made it a little harder. So California has always been, as far as ICE has never been able to do their job properly in California because of all the obstacles that the state will put on the federal.
Right.
And as an agent, trying to do your job, well, it's kind of like frustrating.
Let me ask you this: how do you feel as an agent when you have to go to like a house, though you're looking for a certain individual, and then you gotta take everybody who's there? Do you guys see that any wrong, or you guys just see it like, well, it's collateral damage?
Yeah, they're called incidental. And but there was a time. Well, it depends. It kept changing. There was a time when we wouldn't mess with that, and then there was a time when, okay, you know what? No, you're illegal. We're gonna have to take you in and process you. But you wouldn't just deport them. You would have to put them in proceedings.
Right.
So sometimes it worked out for them because then they got a noir, and then now they could move around freely. Actually, it worked out for a while until they ended up getting deported. What 2-3 years down the road.
What are your thoughts on ICE going and hitting these big construction sites and hitting these warehouses in Los Angeles? Do you think that's okay to you, or you think it should be more of a they should be calculating and going after people? And if you are going to business, should you go after the owners?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's just part of the job. Anything, construction sites, those places.
Did you yourself hit any construction sites while you were an ICE agent?
No, let me see. Not that I remember. No, mostly what I did was probably houses, and not that even that many. It's not like, because I guess the frustration would be now like these last 4 years was during the Biden stuff.
Right.
Like that was just, I can't even believe, like, because before you used to have mass movement, like temporarily for a few months, and this time it was 4 years straight, and they were actually using, like Border Patrol, you were actually using them as kind of part of the smuggling operation.
Now, when you say mass movements, only 2 months, what exactly does that mean?
You used to have on and off. You used to have like, because one time we had the Chinese would all come, and but this time it was like nonstop, 4 years straight.
Oh, so you guys would have like 2 months out of the year before, like kind of this is the high point of illegal immigration coming in?
Well, before that, so what it seemed to when you used to see them on the Mexican news on the trains and all that on top of the trains.
Right.
So it used to be on and off. They used to come in, and then it was just like, after a while, it seemed just like a game. But this last time, like, this was just,
it was open.
Like, to me, it was like it was unbelievable.
What was the higher ups message to you guys? You're just kind of helping them mosey along, or what?
No, well, that's because I actually left. Well, no, I did actually. My last 4 years was probably doing that. They actually shut down, like whatever our assignment was with ICE, they would shut us down, whatever we were assigned to, and then we would just go help and release all the people that Border Patrol had.
Right.
And we put like monitoring ankle bracelets on them and their paperwork. And so it was actually, our operation was actually shut down for like 4 years straight because we were busy trying to, because once Border Patrol's done, then they go over to ICE, but we didn't have no detention. So then we would have to go and just release them on the wars or whatever.
Now, there's huge numbers out there. So do you believe that in the last 4 years, there was like, over 5-10 million people came to this country?
Probably, because I got out. Yeah, because I did so much stuff. I actually worked I started with the security at the detention center.
Right.
And then I went to INS as a detention officer. And then I went to, and then they got rid of INS. And then I became an immigration enforcement agent, still there at the detention center. And then eventually in 2010, that's when I actually started doing the ICE.
Right. So what are your thoughts right now of what's going on in Los Angeles and what's being shown right now as far as, the protesters, the National Guard, the cars burning, everything? What is your thoughts?
Well, the thing was that, I was watching a few days ago where there was different operations going on in different places. I think the FBI had one. I don't even know if ICE was involved in that one.
Right.
And I could just see them, they were retreating. And I was like, why are they retreating? Like that's embarrassing. Like, the one with the Karens. And then these other ones. Like, I seen a bunch of videos where they were interfering with the operation.
Right.
And then they started retreating back. And so I was like, I think that's it's justified that because the federal government's going to do what it has to do its operations. and if they're getting attacked, especially in LA, I think they got like an app. Because I remember the fugitive ops in LA had a hard time doing their operations back in the years I was in because
So LA's always been a hard spot to go, which I would definitely understand. You know why, but hey, my man, you gave us some great insight as a former ICE agent. Appreciate the phone call, man, and enjoy your retirement, carnal.
Yeah, and then just here real quick, 'cause
Yeah.
I had cousins back in the '80s when I was a teenager. I remember they used to cross illegally, come work in the country,
Yeah.
and then go back, and they never complain about, oh, you know, I was caught, and they were, it was like a game.
Yeah,
so they
that
would
was
come and
the
work,
game.
make their money, and then at the end, it ended up being when we used to go try to release the people, they would be like, I've been here 4 hours already. When am I going to be released? And so it's kind of funny how the evolution
They
of
into the game, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man. Stay safe.
All right.
All right, brother. So we'll take our intro out. Super Chad, 199, bro. This is embarrassment. 50-50. 50 don't want you back. Short dog, I said, bro. I'm sorry. We're gonna get the poll real quick. Let's see where the poll's at real quick. 50-50, short dog. Look at that, bro. Hey, that means 50-50 wants short dog home, but no, you stay over there. Let's see what we got. Appreciate you guys all tapping in. As you can see, we're a people diverse. We have all kind of, different ethnicities as far as, certain Latino, Hispanic, whatever you want to call yourself, bro. But we also have a lot of difference of opinion. You had a lot of Latinos calling in and saying this is an embarrassment. You had some coming in and saying this is what we should be doing, So does something need to be done? Absolutely. Do I blame these guys out there doing? No, I get the frustration. Do I get the frustration on the other side, seeing, they should have this, they should wait? Yes, bro. This is not that easy of an issue. It's a very complicated issue, but unfortunately, both sides of the aisle, the Democrats and the Republicans, have been looking the other way and not doing anything. So please don't believe that this is something new that has just came up because Trompito's in office. This is something that has been going on in our country and brewing for over 30 years, that every single administration has just been sweeping under the rug, and now the rug is way too big, bro. This was vacuuming and we're underneath it, man. So hopefully we can come to a agreement together as a people and understand that si vamos a pelear entre nosotros, we're not going to win against the higher power, man. And with that being said, people, God bless. You guys have a good one, and hopefully everybody's safe out there. Late.